Hey, hello. Still getting a little set up here. Second. Okay. Now let's see here. Where'd this game go? Mochi Classroom. Get that up. Did I have to do... Gameplay. Hold on 1 second. Goodness. 1 second, forgot we had this issue last time as well. Still getting a little bit of the banner in there. Checking my screen here. Move it a little higher. Okay. Oh, I forgot there was the weirdness with that there. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, good lord. We're gonna quit and restart that real quick. Let's see here. Alright. I swear we're gonna have to start it up soon. Okay. Why is it so tiny now? Oh no. Yeah. It's what we'll have to deal with. Okay. Actually, maybe I can scooch it down a little bit now. That'll work. Maybe a little bit more. I could go down a little bit more. Sorry about this weirdness here, everybody. That look good. Alright, it's good enough. Woo! Alright, we're back, baby! I'm so excited to be back. Especially playing this game here. Are my roommates home? I thought they were out of town. Nope. I'm just going crazy. But yeah, let's start in on some Kimochi Classroom. I genuinely don't remember where we left off. Do we have like a log history? Back. Okay. I guess we don't. So. Damn, that's hot. That is really, really hot. Okay. Huh? Where am I? I scan the room. It looks familiar, but I can't quite place it.
Still stumped?
Huh? There's a girl sitting next to me, but I can't make out the features of her face.
Well, it's not the easiest problem, but I bet the person in the other room could handle it easy.
Huh? She talks as if I responded even though I didn't say anything.
Here, I'll help with the first part.
Huh? The girl suddenly leans closer to me and gently grabs my hand with hers.
You just need to look at it this way. See how we can reframe this section?
I'm not sure what to do with her this close to me.
Hey.
Huh? Suddenly I hear another voice. It sounds similar to the voice of the girl next to me, but somehow different. Who's there?
Oh, now it's suddenly easy? Alright, mister. You solve the problem then.
The girl next to me doesn't seem to notice.
Psst. Hey, wake up.
There it is again.
Yeah, I'll be right here.
Huh?
Judging you. Hey!
What is going on? I suddenly feel myself being pulled upward, like my eyes were opening to something new. And then... where am I? Realization hits me. Wait. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. I was like, this feels like the beginning of the game. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, there's probably a load button and I just overlooked it. Anyway. As I'm making my way to the bar, I stuff the rice ball in my mouth. This is good. I need to find some way to pay her. Oh my gosh, I can never speak when I play this game. I need to find some way to pay her back for this later. I arrive at the bar with a few minutes to spare. I head inside and wave to Mayu as I make my way to the back room. Once I've clocked in and gotten changed, I head out to the front. Let's go. Sorry. Weird shit happening. I see Mayu talking with the boss. I'm just not sure I like it anymore. We put the spirits on this end and then eased into the wines as you look closer to the center. I think the colors would look more appealing.
Are you sure? I really like the look of the vodkas together in the center. We're pretty well known for our vodka mixes.
Good point. Then how about vodkas in the center with the wine surrounding them? Anything above 10% can go on the right, and anything below we put on the left.
Now you're definitely making things too complicated.
I have no idea what they're talking about. The boss notices me walking over. Simon, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Well, it's my job, sir. The boss smiles. That it is. I can't help but laugh. The boss is always like this. Could you go wipe down that group of tables over there? Of course, I'm on it. When you're done, come back over here. I want to hear your opinion on this. If he's referring to the layout of the shelf drinks behind the counter, then I have no opinion. But I guess I can take a look. I head over to the tables and start cleaning them. As I'm wiping the tops, I notice that there's no one else in the bar right now. That's probably why the boss and Mayu have time to have the conversation. They're having. Although, knowing the boss, he'd probably just have the same conversation with any customer willing to listen if they were in here. If there were any here. The thought makes me chuckle to myself. Once I'm finished, I make my way back to the counter. What did you want my opinion about, sir? Take a look at this. He motions to the back bar. Something about it just isn't sitting right with me anymore. And I decided today that it's time for a change. So, Simon, do you think the top left shelf should be the spirits and the bottom right should be the gin, or the opposite? What? Or would it make more sense for the rum to be on the bottom right? Because to me it seems like the rum could fit anywhere on the bottom shelf. Well, of course, sir, but I don't actually know. But in that same line of thinking, would our whiskey selection be nice somewhere on the bottom shelf? It could help accent the outsides of the drink selection. Are the whiskey bottles the ones with the... I've got it! The vodka has to be front and center since it's what we're most well known for, and the wine is our most popular drink on Sundays. So those two can be split half and half down the center of the top shelf. Then we can put our rum and gin on the outsides of the bottom shelf with the spirits filling in the... I have no idea what he's talking about. Boss, the whiskey should go on the top shelf because of how nice our whiskey bottles look. Now that's a good idea. I glance over at Mayu, who's just smiling and enjoying the show. And of course, the sake can sit right over here on the top right shelf. Yes, this will be perfect for the look of the back bar.
What about our tequila? Shouldn't that be somewhere on the top shelf?
Suddenly, Mayu chimes in. Of course, the tequila! How could I have forgotten? The tequila should go on the top shelf, which means we need to pick somewhere else for the sake to go. Or perhaps it could be placed next to the spirits? No, that wouldn't make any sense. I look at Mayu again. She gives me a wink. We need to rearrange our thinking. If our vodka and mixed drinks are our most popular selection, wouldn't it make sense for the vodka to be at eye level on the center shelf? Yeah, she just likes the chaos. The boss continues rambling on, and we help him rearrange the back bar. Over, and over, and over, and over again. We probably go through close to 20 iterations before he finally settles on something he's happy with. But eventually...
Well, it took us almost an hour and a half, but you're happy with this layout, right?
This is just what we needed to get the back bar spiced up again. We have the vodka here, and the spirits here, and the sake is... Hey, doesn't this look kind of... Then the tequila is here, just like...
It's the exact same position as it was before we started.
The boss stares at the back bar for about 10 more seconds before turning around and looking at us. That it is! Looks like no change was needed. He gives us a big smile and a thumbs up. Mayu puts her hand over her face and I start laughing. Today is just business as usual. It isn't until around 6:30 p.m. that more customers start coming into the bar. As usual, I'm taking orders, Mayu's making drinks, and the boss is doing both. Alright, just to confirm, your order is 2 house beers, 1 vodka cranberry, and 1 gin and tonic, correct? That sounds right to me. Wait, actually, could you change mine to a vodka cranberry as well? I'm not really in the mood for beer. Of course, 1 house beer, 2 vodka cranberries, and 1 gin and tonic. We'll have those out in just a minute for you. I walk back to the bar and give Mayu the order sheet. House beer, 2 VCs, and 1 G&T.
Got it, thanks.
Overall, the shift is normal. The bar is never too packed on Thursdays, but it's definitely busier than our typical Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. While I'm wiping down a table whose customers just left, I glance at the clock. 7:02. About an hour left until I'm done for the day. I finish wiping the table and start walking back to the front. As I'm getting ready to go clean another table, the doors to the bar suddenly fly open. I look over to the entrance to see 3 rowdy men walk in. I don't know why, but I suddenly get a bad feeling. I look over at the boss and Mayu. The boss continues casually wiping a glass that he's holding, but his posture looks relaxed. Mayu's expression also looks tense. Guess I wasn't the only one who felt it. My gaze returns to the 3 men. They pick a table in the middle of the bar and sit down. One of them throws their feet up on the table. All 3 of them appear to be delinquents, probably in their early 20s, and they look like they got into fights regularly. It takes me a minute to remember that I'm supposed to go over and take their order. I glance back at the boss, who gives me a slow nod. He has a serious look on his face. I've never seen him look like that, but I can tell he's warning me to be cautious. I turn to grab my ordered notepad from the counter. Hey! Can we get some damn service? There's no one else here! Looking around, there are a few other customers. I can see looks of annoyance and disgust, but they're all avoiding eye contact with any of the delinquents. Guess it's showtime. I walk over to the table. Hello, and welcome to the tumult. Yeah, just get us a round of beers already. Of course, Would you like the house beer or one of our house? Understood. We'll have those out for you shortly. As I walk back to the bar, the three men all start talking and laughing loudly. I didn't need to bother writing anything down. Just 3 house beers.
Yeah, no problem.
Mayu has an annoyed look on her face. What do you think? She responds while filling up the glasses.
Let's just hope they're nothing more than nuisances.
Very true. She hands the 3 beers to me.
Here you go.
Mayu leans close to me and starts talking in a lowered
Keep
voice.
an eye on their arms and legs. Don't let them try any funny business.
Okay. I silently nod back. Okay, I was like, don't you always silently nod back? But then I realized it's just probably subtle. No. Yeah, gotcha. I take the drinks and walk back. Once I reach their table, I start handing out the drinks. Thank you for waiting. Here are your drinks. The men don't even look at me as I set the drinks down. They just keep talking loudly. As I'm moving to place down the last drink, one of the men suddenly sticks out one of his legs. I quickly adjust my movement so as to step over it. He subtly clicks his tongue and makes an annoyed expression while looking away from me. Good thing I was ready for it. I set down the 3rd beer and walk back to the front. Mayu smirks at me.
Nice move.
I smile back. Nice heads up. The group continues ordering lots of drinks over the next half hour, and they only become louder and more annoying. The boss has thankfully been alternating with me whenever we bring drinks out to them, but it hasn't stopped them trying to screw around. I've managed to dodge at least 2 more attempts at them trying to accidentally bump into me or trip me while I'm carrying the drinks. Are they just trying to, like, make us fall, or are they, like, trying to, like, pickpocket us? Like, I don't know what's going on here. They've also become more irritating to the other customers in the bar, so much so that many have left. I finished passing out what feels like their 15th round of drinks. At this point, the 3 men are all drunk and shouting. What a pussy! Can't even cough up what he owes us on time. Then he runs for the hills? And after we went out of our way to keep him out of trouble. Goddamn, I wasn't ready for that. Sometimes they just never learn, but this one will. The hard way. I can see the look on his face already. Yeah, they're grade A assholes. I walk back to the front again and see the boss and Mayu talking to each other. They look pretty tight, are these punks as well. Speaking of, that throw of yours is pretty spot on this morning. You're damn right it was. He motions like he's pitching a baseball. Got it to the top of the tree in one shot. Top of the tree in one shot. Huh? Top of the tree? That sounds familiar. Not to mention we got this without her noticing. One of the men holds up a fancy-looking charm of some sort. Although it might be too big to be called a charm, it looks more like a rectangular keychain. Stuck-up bitch got what she deserved. Trying to ignore us like that. So, what is that thing? Who gives a shit? If it's important, she can come find us. Doesn't look cheap, that's for sure. My thoughts flash back to this morning. Could these guys be the reason her bag was... Mayu walks up behind me.
Don't worry. Only a couple more hours and we'll close on these assholes.
She notices me staring at the object the men were all talking about.
You recognize that thing?
Never seen it before, but I might know who it belongs to. Can't say for sure, though. Mayu looks at the men again.
Normally I'd say let's get it back, but we're on shift and there are other people here. Can't exactly go starting potentially out-of-hand confrontations in front of our patrons.
I do love how Mayu's just like ready to be like, let's fight these guys. But because we have to be professional, we're not going to. But I would. And Mayu's a real one for that. Right. That is, unless it doesn't turn into one. The boss is suddenly behind us, wiping the counter. Without looking up, he continues. Does that keychain belong to a friend of yours, Simon? I wouldn't say friend, but I think it might belong to someone in my class. why don't you take a closer look the next time they order? He smiles. Then we can go from there. Is he? Understood. Thank you, sir. Suddenly, one of the men slaps the table. Another round! Good timing. I head over to the table. Of course, what can I... Not you, brown nose. He waves me off without looking. Hey, babe. I want to talk to you. None of them looked at me even once. All three of them are obviously intoxicated. I glance back at Mayu. She's keeping a professional face, but I notice her eyebrows twitching. This is actually a good chance, though. They're all distracted. My eyes move to the keychain, which is now lying on the table. I can make out 2 letters on the face-up side. F.A. I bet money that those stand for Felicia Arison. That's all I needed to see. I walk back to Mayu and the boss. It's hers. I'm almost sure now. Another one of the men calls from across the bar. Damn, now that I'm looking at her, she's fine. Yeah. Oh no, that's another guy. Yeah, come keep us company and take our orders, why don't you? Mayu's having a hard time hiding her annoyance now. She's pissed. The boss calls back to them. Of course, we'll send over the drinks in a minute. As he begins filling up 3 more glasses, he starts talking in a quiet voice. All right, let's get it back from them. Really? Are you sure that's okay, sir?
I'm pretty damn sure about it.
The boss looks at Mayu and me. These hooligans are harassing 2 of my employees. Of course, I'm sure. And I've got an idea. The boss gives us his signature smile. Guess we're on. Mayu, why don't you bring them the next round of beers? Oh, and did I mention that I just bought us a new floor steamer last week? Mayu looks at the boss and a cheeky smile forms on her face.
No, I don't think you did. I'll keep that in mind.
Fight. And Simon, could you please bring them an extra round? It's on the house. For being such great customers. I'll be right behind you. These 2 suddenly became a lot more intimidating. Good thing I'm on their side. Of course, sir. But what if things go sideways? The boss gives me a knowing look and comes a little closer. I believe you already know the answer to that, Simon. What is he talking about? That is to say, you can use whatever techniques you need to defend yourself. But just wait for my signal. What? Wait, how do you... He holds up a finger to his lips and gives me a wink. Let's just focus on this for now. I'm right behind you. He's right. We can talk about this later. First, the keychain.
You guys finished yet? Let's do this already.
Mayu's raring to go. The boss hands us 3 beers each. Don't worry, these are the plastic ones. He smirks. But if a glass or 2 happens to get broken, I'll be fine. Mayu takes the beers and stands still for a moment. Her expression changes and she puts on a mature-looking smile.
Hey, boys. I hear you wanted to see me.
The 3 of them look at Mayu and big smiles form on their faces. You're damn right we did. She changes her tone to one that's much more sultry.
Well, why don't I pass out these drinks and we can talk some more?
Mayu leans over the table to hand out the beers. And as she does, one of the thugs puts his hand on her thigh. Her sultry expression immediately changes to one that's much more threatening.
Whoa.
Mayu pretends to trip and almost fall, spilling the beers all over the 3 delinquents. Several glasses clatter on the floor. What the hell are you doing? Ah! You damn bitch! You did that on purpose! In a voice oozing with sarcasm, Mayu responds.
Oh my goodness, of course not, sir. I'm so sorry. Let me get you cleaned up.
She pulls out a cloth and moves to start wiping the table. While all the men are distracted, Mayu quickly glances at me. She then wipes the cloth across the table, knocking the keychain onto the floor. Time to move. I walk over and discreetly kick it across the floor, to somewhere I can pick it up later. I look back over to the delinquents. They're pissed. But it looks like none of them noticed the keychain. Oh, so now you think it's funny to joke with us, huh? One of them starts to stand up, but I quickly move in between him and Mayu. Please accept our apologies. We have another round of drinks for you all here, free of charge, of course. I set the new drinks on the table. Are you kidding? You think that's gonna cut it? This one abruptly stands up, knocking his chair backward. It clatters on the floor. Oh boy. Mayu stops wiping the table and quickly takes a few steps back. The boss approaches. He bows to the three men. Our most sincere apologies. Please, allow us to make it up to you. Please order anything from the menu. It's on the house. None of them are pleased. This guy's funny. The biggest man stands slowly, still leaning on the table and wearing a dangerous smile on his face. There's beer all over his shirt and pants. I can see the anger in his eyes. He thinks a couple more drinks are gonna stop me from slapping the shit out of his shit-stained employee. He stands upright and looks at Mayu. Then he begins walking towards her. Please, sir, there's no reason to escalate this into anything unnecessary. One of the other men responds. Unnecessary? This bitch needs to be taught some manners. He cracks his knuckles. This man starts to approach where Mayu is standing as well. She slowly backs away. Mayu is keeping a confident face, but I can tell she's starting to get nervous. As the men close the distance, I see the biggest one's hand turn into a fist. This is bad. I need to move. He raises his fist into the air. I need to get in between them. Behind them! If that's not the signal, then I don't know what is. I move into action. The boss moves behind the biggest man, and I follow his lead and put myself behind the other one. Huh? My body feels like it's moving on its own. I grab his arm and move to twist it behind his back. What the? This is something I've practiced hundreds of times, but I've never needed to use it on someone this big before. Ah! Ah! I see the biggest guy go down. Mayu!
On it.
I hear Mayu and the boss calling to each other, but I can't focus on it. My heart is beating out of my chest. I kick at the man I'm holding's legs to knock him off balance. You little! But he's stronger than I anticipate, and his elbow swings back and clocks me across the cheek. Ah! Damn, that hurt. I can't let go, though, so I try again. This time I use more strength. With a well-paced duo of kicks, I manage to get his legs to buckle. Shit! I move to push all my weight downward. Ah! Ugh! I managed to get him down onto the floor and position myself on top of him. Thanks to him being drunk and to the fact that I had the element of surprise, it wasn't as difficult as it probably could have been. Could have been to get him down. Ugh. What the fuck are you doing? The boss has the biggest man pinned against the table now. I quickly look over at the third man who looks extremely disoriented. What the hell's going? Hey! The fuck is this? He's definitely the most intoxicated, but that doesn't stop him from being a threat. He starts to roll up his sleeve and stand up. You think you can just hide behind your friends? I need to teach you a thing or two about owning up. He starts moving towards Mayu. Damn it, I can't move unless I let go of the guy I've got pinned. My mind is racing. What do I do? Mayu, get out of here! I shout to Mayu, but she doesn't move. That's when I notice her serious expression. What is she? Once the third man is within about 3 meters of her, she suddenly holds up her phone towards him. Then loudly, I hear a voice come out of the speaker. What? He freezes. Shit. I think it would be best if you three left. Now. The boss looks at me and nods. We both let go of the 2 men we have pinned down. As the biggest man stands up, he slams the table. God damn it! He looks at the boss, rage in his eyes. Don't think for a second that you're getting out of this one, old man. He looks like he wants to crack the boss across the face. I start to ready myself just in case he tries anything. You shitheads just surprised us. That won't happen again. Come on, let's finish this. 1-on-1. The boss still hasn't moved. The delinquent's face turns to one of dark anger. He lowers his voice. You got lucky this time. Come on, boys. Let's get out of here. As the three men move toward the door, Mayu suddenly blocks their path. What do you want now, bitch? A smile forms on Mayu's face.
I think you boys forgot something.
She holds out a receipt with all of their orders on it. I can see the number from where I'm standing, but I know for a fact it isn't cheap. You think we're gonna pay that after that stunt you pulled? The biggest man steps forward. And what are you gonna do, huh? Tell the cops you assaulted your own customer? Mayu silently points to something on the ceiling. The delinquents look over to where she's pointing. Shit. It's a security camera. Mayu smiling mockingly at them now.
Sounds like it's time to pay up.
The biggest man has both his fists clenched. I can see his knuckles turning white. This has been one hell of a shift. Woo. The police arrived and took the three delinquents away in their patrol car. The men, of course, didn't have enough money to cover their insanely large bill, so we were told that they'd be due to pay the money back at a later date. The expressions they gave us when getting into the car were some of the angriest I've ever seen. I really hope I don't run into them again. It wasn't much of a question who was at fault in this case, especially with hard video evidence from the bar's security cameras. So the whole questioning process only lasted about 20 minutes. Right now the boss is talking with the remaining police officers. I look down at the keychain in my hand. The letters FA stare back up at me. Getting this thing back was a lot of hassle for a girl I don't even know. Man.
You okay?
Mayu has been standing silently next to me. Yeah, just processing everything. I haven't been in a real fight like that since I was a kid. I look up. How about you? You were the one they were after. Mayu laughs awkwardly.
Would you be surprised if I said this wasn't the first time something like this has happened here?
I look over in surprise. What? Really? Wait, you guys don't do this kind of thing often, do you?
Oh, no, of course not. But,
Mayu glances over at the boss.
maybe it'd be better to let him explain it to you.
Oh, lore time. Oh, wait. I missed that lesson. This is going to be an interesting conversation for sure. Quick save there. After another 5 minutes or so, the boss finishes talking with the police and walks back over to Mayu and I. Let's head inside. I've got some things I'd like to say. We're the only ones left at the bar now. Everyone cleared out pretty fast once the cops were called. I sit down at one of the bar stools and the boss puts his hand on my shoulder. Good work today, Simon. I'm glad to see your judo club excuse wasn't just a bluff. What? Wait, sir. I have so many questions. But the boss suddenly steps back and gives me a bow. I owe you a sincere apology. What do you... I put you in a position that put you in danger. And while I'm certain I would have been able to prevent things from going any further, you still got injured because of me. I gently put a hand to my cheek. I can feel a lump, and as soon as I make contact with it, I feel a stinging pain. Ah. If you feel that because of this incident, you'd no longer like to continue working here, I understand. I'm happy to keep you on the payroll while you look for a new job. What in the world is he talking about? Quitting? Wait. Sorry, I just need to process all of this. First, how in the world did you know I can do judo? And does this kind of thing happen often here? I've been here like 5 months now and haven't seen anything like it, but Mayu said that this isn't the first time something like this has happened. May, who's been sitting at a nearby table drinking some kind of alcohol, stands up. She gives me her usual smile.
The boss is a 9th degree black belt in judo.
What?
It was one of the first things he noticed after your interview.
Understanding who can and can't do the art I've trained in for 38 years comes as a package deal with the experience. Ninth degree? I laugh awkwardly. I guess me saying what I did in the interview didn't help to curb your suspicion then? He smiles at me. Can't say that it did. His face becomes serious again. But that doesn't excuse the fact that it was unreasonable for me to put you on the spot like I did today. So if you would like to terminate your contract here, I understand. Absolutely not. I'm firm in my response. Oh? You both have done more than enough for me in the time that I've been here. A little bruise on the cheek isn't gonna scare me off. Without any hesitation, you both agreed to help me get back some random object that belongs to someone I don't even know. Without even asking for proof. May smiles.
Of course we did. You've given us every reason to trust you. Plus, those assholes had it coming.
I laugh. Well, that's all I need to hear. If you guys are willing to trust me, then I can do the same for you. And even if this kind of thing happens more than once, I've made up my mind. I look at the boss confidently. I'd be happy to continue working here. The boss flashes a big smile. I knew hiring you was a good idea. Mayu looks over at the boss.
You know, you still haven't told me exactly why you hired him in the first place. Especially considering he can't drink yet.
She looks back at me and smiles.
Not that I'm complaining, of course.
I believe that's something you need to ask Simon about first. While it's true that I asked the boss to keep some of the things I said during my interview a secret, I realize now that it was mostly just me being paranoid. After 5 months, I'd definitely trust Mayu enough to give her an explanation. Well, I guess now is as good as a time as any. I don't really know why the boss hired me either, but I can at least tell you what I said in the interview. Mayu takes another sip of her drink. She has an excited look on her face.
All right. Spill the beans.
Also, I am very curious because I know I've seen this pair with some horror stuff. So I know we're in the early stages. We're still very, very early on in this game, but I'm very curious as to when the horror elements come in. Very excited to see what happens there. Maybe a little too excited. Well, let's see. So I came across one of the boss's business cards by chance when I was shopping for something at a nearby mall.
No!
I'm interrupted immediately. Oh, is that the sound of victory I hear? May and the boss suddenly become rowdy for some reason. What?
Simone, please tell me you're lying. There is no way you found this bar through that stupid business card stand. The boss literally found it in some random newspaper ad and then decided it was a good idea to pay for a crappy stand to leave his business cards on. In some random corner of a mall.
I laugh. I guess it was kind of an odd place to find a business advertisement. But, yeah, that's really where I found it.
Damn it.
I do love the characters. The writing in this is just really fun. Regardless of what direction the story takes, it's just so much fun. Mayu looks defeated. What's the big deal, though? Did you guys have some kind of bet going or something? That's exactly what we had. And I believe I just won.
Yeah, I'll pay up later.
The boss smirks. I'll hold you to it. Mayu turns back to me.
Anyways, Simone, what were you saying?
These two are like a comedy duo. Oh, right. It might seem weird why I decided to call the boss at all, given the weird place I found the card in, but it was actually a pretty great option for me. I needed a job that I could keep hidden and wouldn't accidentally be discovered at all. So I gave him a call and asked if he would consider hiring someone part-time. Mayu tilts her head.
From who, exactly?
I scratched the back of my head. My little sister. Mayu's expression suddenly turns to one of intrigue.
Oh, now that's interesting.
Yeah. She's part of her junior high. She's part of her junior high school's light music club. They only have 5 members, so the club fees are all split between them. Or I guess they should be. Realization lights up in Mayu's face.
Oh, I get it. You're secretly paying for everything, aren't you?
She caught on fast. Yeah. Quite the gentleman, isn't he?
That's a lot of pressure for one guy, though. So why in the world are you paying for everyone and not telling them?
A few months after my sister joined the club, she said something about it potentially closing down. Because of how small the club is, the school decided to allocate a lot of the school club's budget to other places. They still assist with school festival related stuff, but everyone's club fees increased a lot. And my sister told me that not everyone has enough money to pay the dues every month.
It kind of seems like they're trying to get rid of the club altogether.
That was my first thought too. So I went in one day after hours and had a meeting with the club budget staff to ask if the club could be funded externally. And they said yes. All I asked them to do was keep the source of the money, that being me, a secret. Mayu gives me an intrigued look.
Wow, you're a pretty convincing guy. First junior high school staff, and then a bar owner? All for what, though? I assume you're not trying to swoon a couple of middle schoolers.
No, of course not. My sister really loves music. She's loved it since she was a child. Right after she joined the music club, she started practicing every single day, and she hasn't broken the chain since. Every day she's either practicing the guitar or practicing her singing. And recently, I think she's even started writing her own music. I looked down at the table. I don't want her to lose that. But she's too thoughtful for her own good. If she knew I was working an extra job to pay for everyone's club dues, she might start feeling guilty and try and
Do
quit.
you think she would actually try and quit if she found out?
Well, if she started feeling guilty about me paying for everything, she might end up wanting to quit. But if she quits, that would also essentially shut down the club for all of her friends too. I don't want to put herself in that limbo. I can't take that chance. Looking back up at Mayu, oh my god, why can I not read? I look back up at Mayu. So, here I am. Judo is just something I did as a kid, so it's not weird to my sister that I'd be in the judo club. That's why I can use it as an excuse for where I always am after school. Whew. Mayu silently stares at me for a few seconds. Then she smiles.
I think I can see why you were able to convince the boss so easily now. I'm not even hiring you, and you've convinced me 3 times over already. But
Oh, but what?
maybe you're wrong.
Huh?
I think you're still trying to convince yourself.
Mayu's face suddenly looks much more serious.
I don't know your sister, so you can convince me all day. But after hearing what you said, I don't think you buy it. To me, you just sound stubborn.
Oh. What? Does she mean she's not convinced? I quickly glanced at the boss, who's silently listening while wiping one of the beer glasses. What do you...
How much do you care about this sister of yours?
More than anything in the world. I don't know where this is coming from or where Mayu's going with this, but I answer honestly.
Then why are you scared?
Huh?
It sounds like she trusts you, so why don't you trust her?
Mayu pauses again. I don't know what to say.
Everybody has secrets and everybody has masks. But if you're too scared to be yourself, then who are you really? Who are you to her when she finds out on her own?
Mayu, perhaps that's enough for now.
Sorry about that. Got a little carried away there.
Well,
No. Don't worry about anything I said just now. Look, you know your sister better than anyone, so I'm sure you know what's best.
Mayu returns to her normal attitude, but what she said shook me. It reminded me in some ways of Anna's opinion about everything, but for some reason Mayu's words felt like they were coming from somewhere else. Either way though, it's exactly like she just said. I know Chi better than anyone, and I know my decision isn't one made on a whim. I laugh awkwardly. No, actually, I'm glad you said that. It gives me something to think about. Mayu smiles.
You know, you're pretty mature for your age, Simone. It's a shame you're so young.
Oh. What? Mayu immediately starts laughing.
Nothing.
Saucy. She goes for her drink again. Ugh, got me again. The boss laughs. And he's proved time and time again that he's a valuable employee here. Keep up the good work, Simone. It feels kind of embarrassing explaining all this stuff out loud, but I trust Mayu and the boss, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm also not great with praise, so I just kind of laugh awkwardly. Mayu leans back in her chair and stretches her arms out.
Well, would you look at us? Bonding after beating up a couple of idiots.
Hell yeah. The boss smiles. I laugh. What a weird scenario I found myself in. I look at the clock on the wall. 8:30. Damn, I'm gonna be late again. And I didn't text Chi about it again. The boss notices me looking at the clock. You're free to head home whenever, Simone. Don't worry, I'll be sure to give you overtime for today. Thank you, sir. I'll be off then. I quickly make my way back to the room and get changed. Once I'm in my normal clothes, I check my phone. Hey Simone, everything okay? Are you going to be home late tonight? Quickly type a response. Why didn't I read that? I wave goodbye to the boss and Mayu as I make my way out of the bar. I keep up my pace as I walk home. My mouth is already watering, imagining what food she cooked up today. Cooked up? It takes me about 10 minutes to get back to my house. I walk up to the door and insert the key. But before I turn the lock, I hear something. I smile. I turn the key and head inside. As I'm closing the door behind me, I see Chi sitting in the living room with an acoustic guitar. She looks up at me.
Hey, Simone!
She leans the guitar against the wall and runs over to where I'm standing. You got a new guitar or something?
Yeah! Kiki's on vacation this weekend, so she's letting me borrow. Yikes!
She suddenly shouts and points at my face. What? What is it? I feel her hand touch my cheek where I got elbowed at the bar. Ow!
That looks bad. Did something happen at practice?
Thankfully, I only got one bruise, so it shouldn't be too hard to explain away. Yeah, that. We were practicing some lock maneuvers today, and one of the guys accidentally swiped me across the face while we were trying to set one up. How bad does it look? She opens up her phone camera and shows me the screen.
Not too great.
No. I squint to get a better look at the screen. I can see a purple lump around my cheekbone. It's already swelled up pretty big. Dang, yeah, that's rough. Guess I'll get some ice for it. She smiles.
I'll also grab dinner as well. I've been keeping it warm in the oven.
Yes, food from Chi. Great. I'm gonna run upstairs real quick and get changed.
Okay.
I throw my bag onto my bed and start changing into more lazy clothes. I hang up my school uniform for tomorrow. While I'm getting the pants folded on my bed and my arm folded up. Can I ever speak correct? Okay, let's see. While I'm getting the pants folded on my bed, my arm accidentally bumps into my open bag, knocking it onto the floor. Ah, damn it. A bunch of the contents spill out onto my floor. I bend down. As I'm putting everything back in, I see Felicia's keychain. Huh? It looks different than I remember. Maybe it's just hard to see because I didn't turn on my room light. But what's that piece sticking out of the side? I slowly go to pick it up. What the hell? It seems like it falling out of my bag caused some sort of side panel to come loose. Oh. I start to get an uneasy feeling. Like I'm seeing something that I'm not supposed to. Curiosity gets the better of me. Upon closer inspection, the side panel itself wasn't particularly well hidden. But if you didn't know to look for it, it'd probably be only found by accident. Like right now. Underneath the open panel is a small black wheel embedded into the side of the keychain. It has small grooves on it, making it look like it should be turned. Huh. Should I really be messing with this? I don't want to break anything. I've already come this far, though. Plus, I don't think turning this wheel is going to mess anything up. Probably. I press my thumb against the wheel and begin slowly rotating it. After rotating it all the way around, nothing happens. Huh. Maybe it's better that I don't mess with it after all. Suddenly I hear Chi call from downstairs.
Are you coming down soon?
Right, dinner. Yeah, 1 sec. I decide to leave the keychain alone for the time being and hurry downstairs. I see Chi sitting at the table with 2 hot plates of lasagna waiting for us. Lasagna sounds so good right now. Yes, lasagna tonight. She laughs.
Get over here already. I'm hungry.
I smirk back. You're telling me? I sit down.
For the food.
Thanks for the food. I've been so hungry from basically skipping lunch today that I can't stop myself from immediately tearing into the lasagna in front of me.
Whoa, calm down. There's plenty more if you want seconds.
I respond while chewing. Tonight, it got me a first tonight, I think. She starts laughing and putting her hands out in front of her to block her view.
Hey, chew with your mouth closed.
I should have played that. Whoopsie. We both start... What is going on? I cannot speak today. We both just start laughing and then continue to eat loudly. Once I'm finally eating at a more normal pace, I look over to Chi. So, how'd practice go today? She beams at
It
me.
was so fun. Today we started practicing a new song and everyone was super excited about it.
That's great. What song is it? Although I probably won't recognize it. She laughs.
You might actually.
Oh yeah? I know the song because my friend Arclight wrote all the music for this. God, I'm lame. Oh yeah?
You know that Idol anime I watch a lot?
Yeah, of course. You talk about it a ton and I see it on the TV sometimes.
Remember the name too?
Is it just Idol? Nope. Of course I do. It's... She chuckles.
I figured.
Wait, no, hold on. I can get it. Oh!
Oh?
It's Komachi's, big day out? She bursts out laughing.
Big day out?
Guess I was wrong. Oh, come on. Was I close? At all?
Well, you did better than I thought you would. It's Kira Komachi's Idol Adventure.
Then it clicks in my head. Oh, yeah. Idol Adventure. That's right. It's got that super catchy theme song, right? I'm not even gonna try to sing that. Adventure, adventure.
Yeah, that's the song we started.
Why do I want to go like, and where are you? Yeah. Oh, that's her, not me. That's great, Chi. My mind wanders back to what I heard her singing before I opened the door earlier. Wait, so what were you singing earlier before I got back? Was that for the club too?
Huh? You
Her face starts turning red. Yeah? You were singing it in a not very well insulated or soundproofed room. This place would echo like crazy. Oh, but it was really good. I really liked the...
Don't say anymore.
She is waving her hands at me.
Not talk about that, okay?
What's gotten into you all of a sudden? There's no need to be embarrassed.
Could you pretend you didn't hear anything?
She looks down and starts staring at her lap.
Please?
I pause. I can't say I'm totally surprised by her reaction, but I can tell that pushing further probably isn't a good idea, so I decide to drop it. Yeah, sure, no problem. She lets out a sigh.
Thank you.
You know, you don't have to be embarrassed about anything you do in front of me, right?
I know. It's just...
She pauses and tilts her head down again.
It's just a small side project I've been working on. Nothing that good, of course. Just something I kind of wanted to, try. But it's really nothing special, I swear.
She is too humble for her own good. A little more self-confidence would take her a long way. I smile at her. I'll believe that when I see it. You're always welcome to show me. She looks up at me. I give her a thumbs up. My mind wanders back to the conversation I had with Chi yesterday. Speaking of music stuff, though, how's your electric guitar holding up? Still need to retune it every 30 minutes? She gives me an annoyed look.
Yeah, it hasn't gotten any better. Alice is taking it this weekend to the King Grant shop I mentioned, so I decided that since my friend Kiki is letting me borrow her acoustic guitar, I'll practice on that at home until Monday.
I mean, hey, that actually is pretty smart to do. I mean, from my own experience, like, yes, I love electric guitar. It is so fun. But you really want to practice on acoustic whenever you can, just to give your hands the chops. And then you can do electric only stuff on electric, because you can do like the finger tapping and stuff. Do you think the shop will be able to get that fixed?
They definitely will be able to fix it for a reasonable price.
She is talking confidently, but her expression doesn't match her voice at all. And if they can't?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I decide to leave it at that. Got it. I pump my fist in the air. Let's go, Grants! She starts laughing.
Woohoo! Let's go, Grants!
Our conversation carries on normally for another hour or so before she realizes she still has homework left to do. She runs upstairs and I start cleaning the dishes. Once I'm finished getting everything put away, I look at her clock. The clock. Damn, it's already 11:30? And I still have homework to do too. Ugh. I take my tired legs and trudge upstairs to my room. I plop down on my desk chair and open my phone camera. I flip the camera around and take another look at the bruise on my face. Man, Anna's gonna be so pissed. She always gets angry when she finds out I'm being reckless. My eyes then fall on the homework books scattered across my floor. No use worrying about her reaction now, though. I pick up the books and open the first one. The first problem stares back at me. This is gonna suck. I get out my pencil and start writing. Once I'm about halfway done, I lean back and stretch. I feel like right now after a full day of work. I could really use a massage. A freaking man. While I'm leaning back, my eyes wander over to my bed. I see Felicia's keychain sitting next to my pillow with the odd black wheel still exposed. Curious, I pick up the keychain and give it a closer look. Each notch on the wheel is marked with a white number. I start rotating the wheel. No way. Is this a lock? I start to get that same uneasy feeling from before. I don't really know why, but it goes beyond just feeling like I'm snooping through someone's stuff. Should I really keep messing with this? My mind flashes back to Felicia's phone conversation on the roof. Ooh. Ooh. Do I? Do this? Okay. Because I'm assuming, again, like I mentioned before, we have the horror elements coming in here. I don't know. I feel like something bad's gonna happen if I turn the wheel. The smart decision, and the one I'm going for, is to put it away. Like, he's getting, literally every time he describes this charm bracelet necklace thingy, it is paired with just, he's like, I get such a bad feeling. And we know our character is fairly reliable in that he has a really good read on judging something. He's a good sense of character. He's a good sense of, like, if something is wrong. But also, I'm so curious and kind of want to turn the wheel. But, and I don't know how branching this story gets. Oh man, I am terrible with choice paralysis. She had a really serious phone call on the roof. One that was kind of scary, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to put it away and not mess with it. Maybe I should just leave this alone. I slowly cover the wheel back up and put the keychain on the edge of my desk. I need some sleep. Friday, August 28th. Okay. Okay. Slowly open my eyes and look at my alarm clock. 7 o'clock, huh? A little early to be waking up, but I can't go back to sleep anymore, so I guess I'll just deal with it. I take my time getting out of bed and moving to the washroom to brush my teeth. Also, I'm wondering if no matter what, we're screwed because he's already fiddled with the wheel. So maybe it's kind of like you're kind of screwed regardless. Oh, maybe then I should have turned the wheel. No, we're going to keep going. I should have done a quick. Damn, I should have done a save. I can hear Chi moving around downstairs. Of course she's awake already. Not that I mind, of course. The smell of delicious food wafts upstairs. Time to eat. I finish brushing my teeth and washing my face and head downstairs. I see Chi in the kitchen frying some eggs. Oh. She suddenly cuts me off and points at the TV. I look over to where she's pointing. It looks like it's an ad for that idol show she was talking about yesterday. Will Komachi-chan be able to help her friends? Oh my god, I cannot speak. Will Komachi-chan be able to I gotta actually slow down and read. Will Komachi-chan be able to help her friends get out of the pinch they found themselves in? Or will her voice alone not be enough? Don't miss tomorrow's new episode of Kira Komachi's Idol Adventure, airing at 10 a.m. Guess I was right. I look back over at Chi, who has a serious look on her face. She stares at the TV and doesn't say anything. Chi? She keeps staring. You might want to keep an eye on the...
Did she really overcome it?
What?
Are Kira and her friends gonna be okay?
Chi, Pan, look at the... She suddenly turns towards
Her
me.
power comes from her friends. What if she can't do it all by herself?
Chi, the eggs! She finally comes back to attention. She looks down at the pan and sees 2 blackened eggs. I've never seen blackened eggs. I'm very lucky that I haven't.
Oops.
I start laughing. I already knew she was way into this Isle show, but man, she's way into
Guess I
it.
need to make these eggs again real quick. Can you wait a few minutes?
No problem. I go to sit down at the table. I always forget how hooked on the show you are.
Of course I am! It's a magnificent adventure! Every Saturday is like a mini Christmas because there's always a new episode!
Aw, I love that feeling. Isn't that good, huh? She cracks 2 new eggs into the pan and starts frying them.
Haven't you watched some of the episodes before? I have it on the TV a lot.
Never properly sat through the full one before. Anything I know about it comes from seeing you watch it in the background. She finishes frying the eggs and slides them onto our plates.
It's decided then.
What's decided
Tomorrow
then?
we're going to watch the newest episode together in the morning.
Huh?
Then you'll be able to fully understand the greatness of Kira Komachi's idol adventure. You're free tomorrow morning, right?
So something's gonna happen tomorrow morning where we can't watch this with her, right? I am technically free tomorrow since my shift doesn't start until 5 p.m. But I don't know. Spending my morning watching an idol cartoon seems kind
I'll
of...
make you anything you want for breakfast.
What? Even my favorite?
Absolutely.
She throws me a thumbs up. Thank you, Kira Komachi. You may not be real, but we are good friends now. All right, I'm in. She gives me an excited smile.
This is going to be so fun! Now here's today's breakfast.
Yes. She brings over 2 plates of sausage, rice, and eggs. Smells delicious.
Do you have club practice again today?
Yeah, same as usual. It might run late tonight, though. Normally, Anna comes over to study on Fridays, but if she ever needs to reschedule, I usually offer to stay until closing since Fridays are so busy. And also because I get paid more. What about you?
Not today. We're waiting until Alice gets back on Monday with the guitar.
Ah, that's right. So, pretty easy day then.
I actually need to leave a little early today. I want to look at some problems with my teacher from this week's homework, and she agreed to meet me this morning.
Ever the diligent student. On top of being super motivated in her club activities, she also excels academically. You couldn't pay me to go into school early to go over homework questions. She smirks.
All you need is a cute girl to get you motivated.
What? Damn it, she caught me off guard. That's just... She starts laughing.
Is it true or true?
I can't help but smile a little. Whatever. Just get out of here already. You need to go in early, right?
Yep. I'll just clean these up real quick.
Don't worry, I've got it. You can go get ready.
Okay, thanks, Simone.
She runs upstairs. She's way too good at that. She heads out about 10 minutes later and I start getting ready as well. Getting ready to go as well. Once I finish straightening up my tie, I walk over to my desk and start putting my books into my bag. While I'm putting everything away, my eyes fall on Felicia's keychain. Better give this back today. I put the keychain in my pocket and finish packing my bag. I check my watch. 8:15. Time to head out. I head back downstairs and make my way outside. Ugh, still stupidly hot outside. And so starts my trek to school. The heat beats down on me, along with the insufferable humidity. When will it finally end? It's almost September. Fall weather has got to be coming soon, right? As soon as I continue walking, I notice the tree that I saw Felicia standing under yesterday. My mind flashes back to the incident from yesterday morning. I don't know why, but I decide to walk up to it. It's a seriously tall tree, and its branches tower over everything around it. I look up at the high branch where those delinquents threw Felicia's bag. Damn, that's high up. Whichever one of them threw must have a crazy throwing arm. What? Suddenly, a voice from behind me, followed by the back of my neck getting sprayed with water. I jump forward in surprise. I turn around to see Anna laughing at me. She's holding a handheld fan with a small spray nozzle at the top. I can't believe I didn't hear you. She smiles.
Morning.
Morning, Anna.
What's so interesting about this tree? Were you thinking about climbing it or something?
Anna walks up to the tree and starts looking up at the high branches. I chuckle. In this weather? Yeah, no thanks. I neglect to mention the fact that I literally did climb it yesterday. She looks over at me with
Just
a smirk.
admiring it then? Wait.
Of course not. Anna's expression suddenly turns serious and she moves closer to me. Uh-oh. She gets really close to my face. Like, really close. What's up? I try to feign ignorance.
Simone, what happened to your face?
My face? What do you mean? She suddenly pats her hand on my cheek. The pain from yesterday springs to life again. Ow! She looks right into my eyes.
Happened.
Guess there's no hiding it now. You're not gonna be happy if I tell you.
You're being reckless again, weren't you?
I may have overextended myself a little at my job yesterday. Anna's eyes go wide.
At your job? What happened? Did someone hit you?
I may have. Boy, she's going to hate this answer. Gotten into a bit of a fight with some of the customers. I can see the frustration on Anna's face about to explode out of her. As expected, she's livid. And it's obvious she's having trouble holding it in.
May I ask why you got into a fight with a customer at your job?
It's kind of a long story.
Trust me, I can make time.
When Anna is in a mood like this, I know she's not going to back down. Okay, I'll explain, but how about on the way to school so we aren't late? She exhales, her discontent obvious.
Fine.
From there, we begin walking the rest of the way to the school. I explain to Anna what happened at the tree yesterday. I tell her about how I ran into Felicia, how her bag was stuck in the tree, and about the delinquents that seemingly took something from her. Although I decided to leave out my roof escapades. My roof escapades? Oh, yeah.
Kind of a lot to
Forgot he had snuck
process.
onto the roof to eavesdrop on her.
So your boss at your job also helped to take those thugs down?
Yeah. Right.
That's wild.
I know. Honestly, I was just as surprised last night. Anna looks at me inquisitively.
And the keychain? Do you have it with you now?
Yeah, I've got it. I stop walking for a second and pull the keychain out of my bag. God, this keychain is so cursed. There's something weirdly messed up with it. Why? He's like, yeah, this thing feels like it has like some weird dark energy to it. I'm gonna show it everywhere. I hold it out to Anna, the FA side facing up at her. She takes it and gives it a closer look.
I wonder what it's for.
Anna hands it back to me.
The FA sure seems like a dead giveaway, but are you 100% sure this is Felicia's?
I'd say I'm like 95% sure.
So you got into a fight for 95%?
I awkwardly laugh. I definitely didn't mean for it to become one.
All for a girl you don't even know.
Whoa, somebody's jealous. Huh? What'd you say? Anna suddenly spins her head back to me.
Oh, nothing.
Her face is slightly red for some reason. She shakes her head and looks back at me again. Her expression becomes more stern.
Listen, the point is, you shouldn't be getting into fights at all. Especially at your job.
I recall what Mayu and the boss told me last night. I silently apologized to Anna in my mind. Suddenly, her expression softens.
Look,
And it comes to a stop and glances away from me.
get that you can defend yourself with your judo and stuff. And I get that you're motivated to put all this extra effort in so Chico can be happy. But it still makes me worried. You know,
I can see the genuine concern in her eyes. Damn it. It never went against a face like that. Anna, I know she only gets so frustrated because she's worried about me. I'm sorry. Can't promise that I won't continue to frustrate you.
I know.
She's still looking away. But I'll try my best to take it easy when I can, okay? Anna sighs and turns her head back toward me.
And stay out of fights?
Yeah, I'll try and stay out of fights too. A half smile returns to her face.
Okay.
I hate making Anna worry as much as I do. I really need to be more careful. I glance down at my watch. 8:30. So, you ready to keep walking to school? I think we're cutting it pretty close now. She just stares at me. Anna?
Ha!
What? Suddenly her arm shoots up towards my face and I feel a spray of water. What was that for?
That was for getting into a fight.
What? Hey! She sprayed me again.
And that was for worrying me.
Oh. She sprayed me in my face, so I start wiping my eyes. I can hear her laughing, though. I open my eyes again. Okay, oh, come on! She sprayed me a third time. I wipe my face again. And what was that one for?
Just because I wanted to.
I start laughing. Haha, okay. Are there any more coming, or am I in the clear?
I guess I can let you off for now.
Lucky me.
Come on! We need to hurry or we'll be late.
That's what I was saying just a second ago. Anna runs ahead and calls out. She can get hit by a car.
Guess I must have missed that.
She looks back at me and winks. I smile to myself. This girl. We continue our usual banter as we walk the rest of the way to school. Something bad has to happen soon, right? Or have I been tricked and this is just a normal dating, like, romance sim? We hurry into the classroom at 8:43.
Just barely made it.
Yeah, just in time. As we sit down and start unpacking our bags, Anna glances at me with a cheeky smile.
You're lucky that serious conversation of ours didn't cost me my perfect attendance record.
I chuckle back. Definitely wouldn't want to be on the other end of that. Another day. I get my notebook and pencil ready as the teacher enters the classroom. Good morning, everyone. Please take a look at the board. We will continue where we left off yesterday. First and second period classes come and go as usual, with nothing interesting happening. Just lots of historical names and battles that I've already forgotten, long literary passages. Although I actually kind of enjoy literature, so it wasn't too bad. There was something I noticed during those two periods, though. Anna and I had to hurry to make it to class on time today, so I'd forgotten to look, but Alicia isn't here. It isn't necessarily unheard of her to miss class, but given the timing of everything with the keychain and me hearing that phone call, it's weighing on my mind a little. I still haven't decided exactly how, but I wanted to give back to her today. Guess I'll just have to wait until Monday. Anna is stretching her arms back.
Here comes my least favorite part of the day.
I look over at her. Remind me why you claim to hate writing so much? She looks back with a frustrated expression.
Too much writing.
I mean, I guess that's a fair point. Our next class is obviously writing. Both classes share the same curriculum. But writing specifically is one of the few classes Anna hates. And unsurprisingly, her worst subject. Not that her grade in the class is bad or anything. Okay, but doesn't math also involve a ton of writing?
Well, yeah, but at least those are all just numbers and symbols.
Okay, whatever. I still don't see it. Anna laughs to herself. Just then, the teacher walks in. Good morning. Let's get started with the lesson. I open my writing notebook and pull out the book from yesterday's reading. Today we'll be reviewing chapters 33 and 34 of The Tale of Genji. This kind of class isn't particularly difficult for me. I actually enjoy reading books and writing about them. Not in my free time, of course, but when it's for a grade, it can be enjoyable. As we're reviewing chapter 34, the teacher asks us a question. You might recall that Genji becomes a grandfather in this chapter. Does anyone remember the name of Genji's newborn grandson? One of the students raises her hand. Yes, go ahead. That was, Nyo-san, right? Not quite. Their names sound similar, so you're on the right track. He looks at me. Simone. Oh, this is a heat. Oh, why isn't my sample string playing? There we go. Simone, do you remember the name? I think I know this one, actually. I stand up to answer. Genji's grandson's name. Not quite. The name's Nyo-san. Name is New, I think. Yes, very good. Easy. Hope that shows up on the midterm. After a little more review of each chapter, the teacher asks us to write down our own opinions on chapters 33 and 34. He gives us 10 minutes to do so. This part is pretty relaxing for me. I have a lot I want to say, so it's not that hard to get words onto the paper. Anna, on the other hand, I glance to my right. Yeah, she looks super annoyed. It blows my mind that someone who has no problem filling up 2 sheets of scratch paper to solve a single math problem would complain about having to write 2 paragraphs. Then I start imagining writing 2 sheets of scratch paper for anything math related. Ugh, yikes. I think I'll just focus on writing about books for now. Bing bong. Once the school bell marking the end of the 3rd period rings, the teacher mentions something to us. Keep in mind that there will be a section dedicated to this book on the midterm in October, so please make sure you're doing the reading every night. Nice. That section shouldn't be too hard for me. I glance over at Anna, who now has an exasperated look on her face. Maybe this is my chance to finally nail a higher score than her on one of the midterm sections. Imagining her reaction makes me chuckle to myself. Class finishes as normal, and 4th period is pretty uneventful as well. Finally, break time. Anna turns to me.
You going to the school store?
Yep.
Great. I'll come with you.
Oh, you didn't bring your own lunch today?
I was a little busy getting ready this morning, so I didn't have time to make anything.
Ah, right. You're going to an event this weekend, aren't you?
Right. And the attire is fancy, so I needed to pack and make sure my nice clothes were ready.
I smirk. Oh ho ho! Going to a fancy party, are we?
You already know what it is. I told you about it.
Anna mentioned it a couple times earlier this week. Her dad recently became the CEO of the company he works for, and he wants her to come to some company gathering. From the sound of it, it seems like that's some kind of fancy business party.
And it's like 2 hours away by car, so I have to leave right after school.
Sometimes she also has to go a day early for rehearsal stuff. Like today.
But let's not talk about that. Let's just eat food.
All right. Why did I laugh like that? Have I forgotten how to laugh? That was weird. All right, sure thing. Anna and I make our way downstairs to the school store. While we're waiting in line, Anna begins looking over what food options there are. She looks over at me.
What are you getting?
I point at beef bowl on the menu. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good right now.
Of course you are.
What about you?
I think I'll just get a salad.
Really? I was almost sure you'd order the chocolate bread
Oh, really? Why's that?
too. I gave her a playful smile. Because I know just how much you love sweets.
I don't eat sweets.
I silently raise my eyebrow. Anna's face turns a little red.
Okay, I don't eat them that often.
I start laughing. Anna smiles and hits the side of my arm.
Ugh, you ass.
Once Anna and I have gotten our food, we go back to the classroom for lunch. Is Felicia gonna be there? The last 2 periods of the day are always my least favorite. But thanks to Anna's help on Wednesday, math doesn't feel quite as bad as it did earlier this week. It still feels like an uphill battle trying to decipher all the steps to solve these problems. But it's getting a little better. I just hope I'll be ready in time for the math test next week. The bell marking the end of my day finally rings. I lean back in my chair and stretch. Finally, done for the
Too
week.
bad neither of us gets the night off.
I look at Anna still stretching. Don't ruin this moment for me. I want to savor the no math for 2 days, feeling a little longer. How dare. How dare. She's laughing at me
Okay,
now.
sorry. I won't ruin the moment.
You already did. We both start laughing, not particularly caring if anyone else in the classroom thinks we're weird. Okay, I like how they're like, ooh, there's all this mystery on Felicia. Yeah, she's not at school today. I know that's ominous in of itself. They mentioned that. But I want to know about the locket. I chose not to fiddle with it. I want to know what's going on here.
I've got to run. Good luck at your shift today.
Thanks. See you Monday. Anna hurries out of the room. I check my phone. 3:52 p.m. I head out of the classroom and down the stairs. Music change? Looks like I wasn't able to give Felicia her keychain back today. Guess I'll just give it to her on Monday. It's nagging at me, but I push those thoughts aside for now and make my way to the bar. It's nice being able to walk here instead of running the whole way. Well, that's probably because Anna had to leave early after class. Usually I stay and talk with her for a bit before leaving. I make my way inside. As I walk to the back, I see Mayu and the boss making and serving drinks out in the main room. Mayu waves at me. I smile back. Seems like business is already picking up. I put my bag and phone away and quickly change into my uniform. Once I'm back out, I walk over to the counter where the boss is in the middle of making a shake and drink. Hello, sir. Where do you want me to start today? The boss looks over and smiles cheerfully. Ah, hello, Simone. Ready for the Friday shift? Of course. I can also stay late tonight if needed. Wonderful. That would be most appreciated. He pours the shake and drink contents into a glass, garnishes it with a small lemon wedge, and hands the glass to me. What was that sentence? Not how they wrote it, just how I am having weird pronunciation things today. Think you could start by bringing this drink to the table of young women over there? The woman wearing the dark red coat ordered it. Of course, sir. Understood. I get myself into work mode and walk over to the table. Hello, ladies. Thank you for coming this afternoon. I believe this drink is for you. I make eye contact with the woman in the red coat. Yes, that's mine. Thank you. I look at the other 2 women sitting at the table and notice that their drinks are almost finished. Can I get you 2 anything else? The woman to my right looks at the menu. What's in the tumultuous twist? Oh, that's one of our signature mixes. It's our take on an orange twist and vodka mixture. Ooh, I like the sound of that. One of those, please. On the rocks. Of course. And for you? I look to the 3rd woman at the table. Just another house beer for me. And a smile from the handsome young man taking my order. Ugh. Gosh. Anybody, it doesn't matter what gender, whatever. And he'd be like, come on, smile. Oh, God. Like, I'm a smiley person. I like to smile. But if somebody tells me, like, you should smile, I'm just like, fuck off. Understood. I'll have those right up.
Huh?
May, who happened to be giving out some drinks at the table next to me, perks up. I look over at Mayu and then back at the woman. She winks at me. What? I look back at Mayu again. She just starts laughing at me. Then she throws me a thumbs up and heads back to the counter. I look back at the three women who are now all smiling and staring at me. I'll have those drinks out for you shortly. I smile awkwardly and hurry back to the counter. I can hear them giggling behind me. My face feels hot as I approach the counter. Then I hear a teasing voice.
I've got those 2 drinks ready for you, handsome.
Mayu already has the 2 drinks ready on the counter. I look up. She has a cheeky smile on her face. I roll my eyes. Oh, shut up. After quickly grabbing the drinks on the counter, I head back to the table. Thankfully, once I put the drinks on the table, the women don't say anything else that I'm unprepared for. Just lots of smiling and giggling. I hurry back to the counter. I see the boss, who also gives me a grin and a thumbs up. These two. Ugh. The Friday shift continues to get busier as the night goes on, with our busiest peak at around 9:30 p.m. Hello, gentlemen. What can I get for you? Whiskey sour for me. 2 house beers for here. A shot of your recommended vodka. Vodka orange. Understood. We'll have this out for you shortly. I head back to the counter. Got another round for you. I tear off my notepad page and hand it to Mayu.
On it. You holding up okay?
Yep, powering through. Mayu smiles.
Rush hour is almost over.
I laugh. Finally. I then head to the next table to take orders. Fridays always keep me busy and active the whole time I'm working, but it's nothing I'm not used to at this point. And after a long shift, 11 finally rolls around. On Fridays and Saturdays, the bar closes an hour later. The boss bids farewell to the rest of the customers as they make their way out of the store. He turns to Mayu and me. Good work today, you two. Let's keep up the momentum and push through tomorrow's shift as well. Of course, sir.
Like always.
Simone, you're free to head home. And Mayu, think we'll finally break the Friday record today? Mayu, who already holding the bar's new floor steamer, picks up a stopwatch. She has a cheeky smile on her
Maybe
face.
if you pull your weight this time.
The boss grins back. Whatever happened to respecting your superiors? I laugh. These two never change. After I have changed and gotten my things together, I wave to the boss and Mayu as I head out of the bar. And with that, I'm gonna pause here, and I am gonna go use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Just a quick little break. Let's have a little water. Gotta stay hydrated. Once I'm outside, I pull out my phone. There's a text from Chi. Dinner's ready. I'm keeping it warm in the oven. I think you're going to like it. I chuckled to myself. She's so funny. Of course I'm going to like her cooking. I feel bad for making her wait so long. I text back. I'm on my way back finally. I should be home around 11:30. Not wanting to be out any longer than I need to, I start hurrying home. After about 5 minutes of walking, I feel my phone buzz. It's another message from Chi. Hurry up, I'm hungry. I may have eaten a little snack. I smile at my phone screen. I'll be home soon. Time to get going. And I jog the rest of the way home. When is something bad gonna happen? I feel like something bad is like bound to happen. So like things we have. We have our friend Anna going out of town. I feel like something has to happen Monday. Because something lining up with the guitars being broken. Something lining up with seeing Anna again. Or maybe we don't see Anna again. And we see Felicia instead. So, I don't know. I hurry up to the front door, insert the key, and head inside. I see Chi waiting for me at the table. Her face lights up when she sees me, and she throws her arms into the air.
Yay! You're finally back!
Yeah, I'm back, and I'm hungry. Chi grins.
You're telling me!
Why
Hurry
is
up
she
and go
gonna
get
wait,
changed so we can eat already!
On it! I run upstairs to my room. I hurriedly throw my bag and uniform onto the bed as I put on some sweatpants and a t-shirt. Then I dash back out of my room and down the stairs. I run over to the table and sit down just as she is bringing out the tray of food. She beams at me. Alright, let's see. I wonder what it is. I think so far we've had hamburger steak, we've had lasagna, we've had eggs, and we've had the traditional just American breakfast. What is it gonna be? I think it's gonna be like... I think it's gonna be like... I don't know, I don't think they would do a casserole, but I think it's gonna be like baked mac and cheese or something.
Drum roll, please!
She sets down the tray in the middle of the table.
Ta-da!
What fills my vision almost brings tears of happiness to my eyes. Roast steak plus stir-fried noodles and veggies. Oh, that sounds so good. Yes, I love this one. She smiles.
I knew you'd like it!
We both clap our hands together.
Let's eat!
Whenever we eat steak and stir-fry together, we always just put everything onto a single hot tray and split it all onto our plates as we eat. I can feel my mouth watering as I bring the first bite of steak to my mouth. I bite down. This time my vision actually does go a little blurry.
How is it?
I respond, my mouth still full of hot steak. You can't possibly understand how at peace I am right now. She starts laughing.
Well, I do my best.
I like the little tilde there. It's like, it's not just well, it's well. Why can I not laugh today? What is going on with me? I've forgotten how to laugh. Okay. Your best is the best. She smirks.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I should start charging money for it, if it's that good.
You really could if you wanted to. I bet people would pay. Wait, that doesn't include me, does it? She bursts out laughing. I can't help but laugh too. We continue our loud back and forth for another hour or so. I look at the clock. Wow, it's almost 1 a.m. already.
That's because someone was out practicing judo for hours and hours today.
They missed the judo. I laugh awkwardly. Sorry about that. You know how it is with the competition coming up and whatnot.
I know. But
But what? Her face suddenly becomes more serious.
we have an early day tomorrow.
Oh yeah, the anime. Of course, Simone forgot. We do?
Yes, we do! A very important early day, as a matter of fact.
My mind blanks. She just stares at me expectantly. So, why do we?
Tomorrow's a new episode of KKIA!
I stare at her, still unsure of what she's talking about.
Remember our deal?
She smirks.
Our food-related deal?
Then it clicks. Oh, of course I remember. I wake up to watch your idol show with you, and you make an amazing breakfast for me, right? She gives me a big smile and puts her arms in a circle over her
Ding
head.
ding ding! Correct!
Just name the time and I'll be awake. She suddenly points at
In
me.
that case, I'll need you up bright and early at 9:30 a.m.
Oh man, waking up at 9:30 sounds amazing. I gotta go take my car to get its oil changed, but gosh, I usually have to wake up for work at 4:30 in the morning, so 9:30 sounds heavenly.
The new episode comes on at 10.
I salute her back. Aye aye. Let's hurry and clean up so we can go sleep. She runs over to the sink and picks up a sponge.
All set.
I scrape the plates and hand them to Chi, and then she scrubs everything with the sponge, and finally hands them back to me to dry and put away. We finish cleaning everything up in about 10 minutes and head upstairs. Are we gonna get more with this locket? I flop down onto my bed. Fatigue immediately covers my body. Another week done. As I lay down, waiting for sleep to take me, my mind begins to wander to the locket. Felicia enters my mind. It feels like I've been thinking about her a lot lately. I still have no idea what's going on with that keychain, or that weird phone call I eavesdropped on. Something was going on with her, something that I didn't want to have anything to do with. I need to get this keychain back to her already. I still have no idea how I'm going to tell her I got it though. But before I can think about it more, the fatigue from the day finally takes over and I drift off to sleep. Saturday, August 29th. What is that? I can smell something amazing. It feels like it's pulling me towards the light, stronger and stronger. Suddenly my eyes open. Was it a dream? No, I can still smell it. Wait, I quickly sit up. Today is breakfast day! I hear laughter from downstairs. Guess I said that a little too loud. I glance at my alarm clock. It reads 9:23. Normally I'd still be feeling groggy on Saturday at this time, but today I'm being energized by the smell of the food she's making downstairs. And since today's Saturday, I don't even need to get changed. I just roll out of bed, brush my teeth, and head down to the kitchen. I don't think he ever said what the breakfast was. Oh, morning, Chi.
Good morning, Simone. Ready for Idol Day?
You bet I am.
Breakfast is almost done. Just wait until you see what I made.
I can't wait. I sit down at the table and my anticipation at an all-time high. After about 2 minutes, she brings the plates over.
Alright, here it is.
I can barely contain myself when I see what's on those plates. One plate has a big stack of fluffy souffle pancakes, and the other has a pile of scrambled eggs, sausage, bacon, and hash browns. She sets the plates down on the table and looks at me with a proud expression.
So what do you think?
I look back at her seriously. She, can you do me a favor? I need you to pinch my arm. I think I might have ascended to heaven just now. She
All right.
giggles.
How's that?
It hurts, but I keep my face the same and don't react.
Simone?
Yeah, I think I must be in heaven already. She suddenly bursts out laughing. A playful grin appears on her face.
Alright, well, how's this?
She pinches my arm harder. Ow! 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 She starts laughing harder.
Looks like I just pulled you back down to earth.
Once I start laughing along with her, it only escalates from there. After about a minute, we're just howling with laughter. It's moments like these when I realize how lucky I am. When we finally start to calm down, she looks at me.
We need to start eating already. The food's gonna get cold.
Oh, right! We both quickly adjust our chairs and prepare to eat. But then I notice something. With an overly serious expression, I look to Chi. Chi? We have a problem. She looks at me and catches on immediately, giving me a completely serious face
What is
back.
it, Simone?
These eggs. There's no pepper on them. She gasps. She responds then with a dramatic voice.
No pepper? We can't have that.
You're right, which means I pound my fist on the table. Chi,
Yes. What is it?
we need pepper stat. She salutes.
Aye, aye.
She quickly gets up from her chair and runs over to the cabinets.
Simone, the pepper's not in its usual spot.
This is so silly. What? I stand up dramatically. Well, then where is it?
Simone!
Yes, what?
It's on the table already.
Oh. We both slowly look to where the pepper is. In plain sight. Right on the table. We both burst out laughing again. A typical Saturday morning. After that, we finally start eating breakfast for real. It's, of course, perfect. Gee, this is too good. I say with a mouth, yeah, I do say that with a mouth. I say with food still in my mouth. She puts her hands on her hips.
Well, thank you.
I finish chewing. When does the new episode come on again? She glances
In
at the
about
clock.
15 minutes, so we need to hurry up and finish.
She looks at me excitedly.
I want you to be locked in so you can experience all of Kira Komachi's greatness.
I chuckle. Can't wait. At this point, I honestly was a little curious about what made the show so amazing to Chi. She points to the TV remote sitting on the couch
Did
arm.
you go ahead and turn the TV on?
Sure thing. I finish my last bite of eggs and sausage and walk over to the couch. Which channel
Just
is it
flip
on?
through the stations until you see INC.
What's INC?
It's Idol Network channel.
Oh, okay. Why is there a whole station dedicated to idols? I grab the remote and start clicking through channels. As soon as I reach the right one, I don't even have to look at the name to know I'm in the right place. My eyes are immediately filled with upbeat music, bright colors, and happy-looking characters all over the screen.
There it is!
I figured. I look back at Chi. How much time do we have? She looks at the clock again.
About 10 minutes.
Alright, let's hurry and clean everything up.
Okay.
We quickly bring all the dishes over to the sink, scrub them with soap, and put them back on the drying rack. As we're finishing up, we hear the voice of an announcer come from the TV. And now, presenting this week's episode of Kira Komachi's Idol Adventure. She looks over to the TV, panic in her eyes.
The couch! Go to the couch!
I hurriedly put the last plate onto the drying rack. Oh, okay, let's go. Both of us hurry over to the couch. We sit down right as the intro is getting ready to start. Ooh, new art. She and I settle into our usual spot, sitting on the floor in front of the couch. Sometimes we'll sit on the couch like normal people, but we've gotten used to sitting here whenever we watch a movie together or something. She suddenly grabs my arm.
Woohoo! It's time!
No, she has stars in her eyes. Aw, that's adorable. She looks over
Here
at
we
me.
go!
I can't help but smile seeing her this excited about something. Yeah, can't wait to see what the show's all about. She starts bobbing up and down where she's sitting. I look back to the TV to see the title sequence starting. How long has this show been going again?
I think it's like 4 years now? This is season 9 right now. And this opening song is the show's 5th original OP. They change the opening song every 2 seasons.
Oh, is that normal for anime? I feel like anime does about every almost arc now. Like it's every half season it feels like. But also I don't watch as much of I guess the stuff she's watching. Well, that's cool. Which one do you like the best?
Which OP?
Yeah. She furrows her brow. She's taking the questions super seriously.
I think the first one will always hold a special place in my heart. But this season's is definitely the catchiest. I listen to it all the time while I'm doing homework.
You listen to this while you're doing school stuff? It's so energetic and upbeat. How can you possibly focus? She gives me a cheeky smile.
Guess I'm just smart enough for it.
I smirk back. Oh, is that how it is?
You bet that's how it is. I could. Ah!
She suddenly cries out. What? She frantically points at the TV.
The episode is starting! Look at the screen!
I look at the TV screen to see a recap of the last episode.
Last episode was really big!
She suddenly launches into an explanation.
Kira and her friends finally found the legendary purple song shard, a relic that they weren't even sure existed. This was something talked about as early as the second season, so them finding it was a huge surprise.
Okay, so is it something that...
But when they found the song shard, they were given a riddle. And after hearing it, they quickly deduced that if they answered the riddle correctly, they would be able to obtain the shard and use its power for good.
Wait, how did a shard give them
And
a...
before the girls could come up with an answer, the shard suddenly changed color and started shooting out negative dissonance energy, which means the song shard was actually corrupted.
Okay, so does that mean that Kira...
Then the dissonance energy zapped all of Kira's friends to somewhere else.
I'm really not following what you're... She whips her head towards
So
me.
now she has to save them by herself.
She's panting now, out of breath. But there's still a big excited smile on her face.
So, are you caught up?
I decide that it would probably be better for me to just watch the show instead of asking questions. Yeah, I think so. She beams.
Great, let's watch.
We both turn our heads back to the TV just as all of the introductory and recap segments are finishing up. I see a young, worried-looking girl staring at a floating crystal with negative energy coming out of it.
So after her friends got zapped away last episode, she was left all alone in the cave to deal with the corrupted song shard.
Ah, I see.
The level of Kira's magic is higher when she has her friends with her, but now that she's all alone, I don't know what she's gonna do.
She can use magic? She chuckles.
Obviously! She can harness the power of music to create magical energy.
Of course. How obvious. As we keep watching, I see the character on screen, Kira, desperately fighting back against a barrage of attacks from the corrupted shard. It looks like she's holding a magic wand of some sort. Hey, what's that magic wand that she's holding? She stares at the TV, engrossed and responds without looking
That's
away.
her song staff. Using the power of song, she— Look out!
What? She suddenly cries out, startling me. On the screen, Kira narrowly dodges a burst of negative energy.
She could power up the staff and use its powers to fight off evil.
And right back into the explanation. Ah, okay, so how exactly does she power up the staff? By singing? A big grin forms on her face.
Yes! No!
No? Kira barely dodges another attack. She lets out a sigh of relief.
No. Sorry, yes.
Which one is it?
Yes. She powers up her staff by singing. And then she uses it to— No! Kira!
She suddenly grabs my arm. What? What? She frantically points at the screen. I look to see Kira finally being hit by one of the bolts of negative energy. She flies back into a wall and falls to the ground, struggling to get up.
No.
She looks legitimately worried. I can feel her hand squeezing my arm tighter. The camera cuts back to the song shard. The negative energy surrounding it starts to reform itself into the shape of a bipedal creature. Bipedal? Bipedal? She suddenly gasps.
Ah! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
What? What did you know? She frantically launches into an
The
explanation.
song shard already appeared discolored when Kira and her friends found it, so I knew something was up. And then on top of that, the negative energy that came out of the song shard immediately targeted Kira and her friends.
So, what does that mean? On the screen, I see two eyes appear on the now formed creature.
It's a Strident Walker!
She says it with such certainty and excitement that I almost feel like I understand what she means just from her tone of voice. And then I remember that I have no idea what she's talking about at all. She puts her hands back down between her legs and starts bobbing up and down again.
Come on, Kira! Hurry and get up!
She glances over at me.
Simone, come on! You have to call out to Kira too!
What? Call out to her? Wait, but she's just a...
Simone!
She's energy convinces me. Okay. I'll help. I ready myself, trying not to think about how embarrassing this is. Come on, Kira, let's go. I sheepishly call out to the 2D character on the television screen. She gives me an annoyed look.
No, not like that! You have to say it louder!
Her enthusiasm is palpable. I take a deep breath. Okay, let's go, Kira! Hurry up and beat back that monster! I look back to Chi expectantly. She looks at me and starts laughing. Why are you laughing at me? You were the one that told me to do that. I feel like I was just tricked. She keeps laughing.
Well, it's just funny when you only commit to it 50%.
Oh, that what? Okay. Oh, of course. She wasn't laughing at the fact I was talking to a TV character. It was the fact that I was at all reserved when doing so. How quaint.
I'll show you how it's done.
Oh, let's see how the master does it. I look at Chi curiously, who takes a deep breath.
Let's go, Kara! You have to get up! Your friends are counting on you!
The sudden increase in volume catches me off guard. She's essentially just screaming at this point. She then immediately starts smiling normally again.
See what I mean?
There isn't a single hint of sarcasm in her voice. The absurdity of it all hits me and I start laughing. She looks at me confused.
What are you laughing about?
Sorry. It's nothing. I'm just having a good time. She gives me a bright smile.
Me too!
We keep watching. Kira is now being approached by the Strident Walker. She's struggling to find the strength to stand. Can't she just sing at him? Why isn't she powering up her staff? She looks worried.
Kira knows that she can't afford to waste too much power right now. And I think she's worried that she doesn't have a song powerful enough to stop a monster this strong.
She grabs my arm again, albeit this time more lightly. So what is she gonna do? I find myself surprised by how invested I'm becoming in this episode.
If only she had a song strong enough to... Oh!
Chi's eyes suddenly widen as if she's realized something. What is it?
There is a song that's strong enough to beat it! One that she hasn't sung yet!
There is? Just then, Kira, in her weakened state, starts softly singing a familiar tune. Wait, where do I know this song from? Keep listening. She has a confident smile on her face, and then I hear it. I'm not gonna. Kira's still injured, so it sounds weak, but I'd know that melody anywhere. She and I both cry out at the same time.
The OP song!
Kira begins glowing and a big ball of light forms around her. She looks ecstatic.
It's happening!
What's happening?
Kira's getting promoted!
I'm confused by the wording of that. Getting promoted, but by who? Like her boss? She laughs.
No, silly. It's just what leveling up in this show is called. She's gaining more power.
I look back to the screen. Kira begins to float up into the air. The monster looks noticeably distraught and begins backing away slowly. I can hear the instruments swell as the OP begins to play at full force.
Go, Kira!
I find myself swept up by the excitement as well. Woo! Go, Kira! Kira begins shooting magic at the monster over and over again, bringing it to its knees. You won't stop me or my friends. Idle Adventure Charm, level 5.
Go!
She is cheering now.
Level 5! Level 5! Go!
She's completely enraptured with the show now. To be fair though, so am I. Idle Flash!
Idle Flash! She really used Idle Flash!
Based on Chi's reaction, I'm assuming this is a big deal. She suddenly grabs my arm and starts shaking me.
Simone! She used Idle Flash! She used Idle Flash!
Whoa! Stop shaking me. What does idle flash mean?
It's an idle charm that Kira has been practicing all season, but she wasn't able to get the hang of it. This is the best!
On the screen, the monster cries out as it's surrounded by a bright light. Once the light clears, the purple song shard is sitting silently on the ground, noticeably more purple than it was before. What's more, all of Kira's friends are there too now. Chi lets out a sigh of relief.
Thank goodness they're okay.
Based on her expression, you'd think she was talking about her real-life friends. Following that, all the girls hug and cry and celebrate that they found the purple song shard, vowing to continue their adventure into another day. The credits then begin to roll. She looks at me expectantly.
So, what did you think?
I smile. Not half bad. I'm honestly surprised how much I liked it. Maybe I'll even watch the next episode with you. She gasps and her eyes light up.
Really?
Yeah, sure. Why not? This was fun.
Yay!
So when does the next episode come out? Next week? She gives me a slightly disappointed look.
That was actually the finale of season 9.
Oh, I guess that makes sense with that kind of battle. What? That was the finale? I guess it did kind of feel like a big finale-esque moment.
Yeah, so we gotta wait for season 10 to be released.
Does it have a release date?
Yeah, it's supposed to come out in late November.
That's the most unrealistic thing. A show like this having a steady schedule. I don't believe it. Alright, that's not too far away. Oh, that's only in a couple months too. What? Let's watch the first episode of season 10 together when it comes out. She grabs my arm and gives me a warm smile.
That sounds perfect.
After the episode ends, she and I talk a little more before heading back upstairs to our rooms. She mentioned that there's something she wanted to work on today and that she was feeling particularly inspired. I walk into my room and flop down on my bed. I look at my alarm clock to see 11:15 staring back at me. Still plenty of time before my shift starts. What else should I do? I feel my phone vibrate in my pocket. I reach to pull it out. It's a message from Anna. Can't wait for this party. I chuckle. I try imagining Anna wearing a nice dress and acting sophisticated at a high-class party. Yeah, still can't do it. Okay. Definitely not her style. I text her back. What? You mean you're not ecstatic about mingling with some more suits? No. There we go. It's not too often that she has to go to corporate events like this, but they do come up every few months, and her dad makes her attend. Ever since his big promotion to company CEO, at this point she's used to them, but I remember last year when she would go on and on about how annoying they were. It also didn't help that they were always far away. She had to take a 2-hour car ride to get to this one. So what's the deal this time? Another company getaway? Honestly, I wish it was just that. Apparently, the party is really more of a networking event. My dad didn't tell me much, but from the sound of it, this is a meeting to discuss a business partnership with some other company. Now that's interesting. Any idea what company? Also, what does he need you there for if that's the case? The head of the potential partner company has a daughter that my dad wants to introduce me to. Ah, you're really getting pulled around, huh? You can say that again. This whole thing sounds like such a pain. I bet she's gonna meet Felicia there. I could care less about meeting some rich company girl. I just want to lay on my bed and watch TV. Yeah, that sounds more like you. Oh, so you're saying I'm lazy? I smirk. If the bag of potato chips fits? You ass! I start laughing. And I know she's doing the same. I respond again. Speaking of TV, you'll never guess what she made me watch today. No way. Guess she already knows. Kira Komachi's The Idle Adventure. Seriously? You actually agreed to watch that? I'm shocked. Wait. What? She bribed you, didn't she? Damn, she's good. How does she always know? I don't know what you're talking about. You can't fool me. What did she give you? I decided to concede, knowing she'll probably guess it soon anyway. It's pretty obvious. She, promised to make whatever I wanted for breakfast. I knew it! Oh, and I bet it tasted so good, too. You can say that again. I should have been there, too! I actually like that show. Now that's surprising. Actually, no, it's not. Oh, really? So I assume you caught the finale of season 9? No. I haven't had time because of this dumb party. You better not spoil anything. I'm gonna watch it as soon as I get home. Maybe we can all start watching it together once season 10 comes out. Why? So you can get more breakfast? Well, yeah, kind of. But I actually enjoyed the show, so I wouldn't mind watching more of it. What? You mean you had it in you to enjoy idol shows all this time and you never told me? She's getting worked up for some reason. I didn't know until today. All right, that's it. I've decided. You realize you've now finally given me another person besides Chico to talk about idols with, right? Yes? Oh boy, you better get ready for the biggest lore dump of the century when I get back. Here we go. Ha ha ha. I'm not joking at all right now. You'd seriously be ready. Because there's a lot you need to get caught up to speed on before season 10 drops. I feel like I've made a grave mistake. You'll try to take it easy on me first, right? You did this to yourself? You opened the box. I think I'll get Chico to help me. What have I done? I start typing up another response to Anna. I try typing up another response, but Anna interrupts with another message. Hey, sorry, gotta bounce. Fancy event stuff approaches. I quickly delete what I was typing before. Alright, good luck, and have fun. Let's see here. After that, I put my phone down. My alarm clock reads 12:23. Going on. Wow, we were talking for an hour? Time flies, I guess. It's still a little early, but I wonder if she wants to go anywhere for lunch. She's probably busy working on something, so I'll just shoot her a text. Hey, you want to go anywhere for lunch? In the zone right now. I'll probably eat it later in the afternoon. Is that alright? Of course, I'll find something. Guess she's pretty focused. I'll just throw together some sandwiches. I head downstairs to the kitchen. I may not be great at cooking or baking or just making food in general, but I can at least manage a sandwich. I open up one of the cabinets. Let's see, what does a sandwich need? First bread, of course. I pull out a plate and 2 slices of bread and put them on the counter. Okay, what next? Ah, meat, obviously. What we've got in here? I open up the fridge. Oh, a new pack of ham. Lucky me. I pull out the ham. A few slices of this sounds pretty good. Let's go with 3 slices. I place the slices onto the bread. What's next? Oh, yeah. Gotta add some cheese. Now, where is it? Ah. I pull out a pack of sliced cheese. And then walk back and add 2 slices to the sandwich. This is looking pretty good so far. I think I'll go for some vegetables next. I open the fridge for a 3rd time. Lettuce, onions, tomatoes, and my eyes fall on a bottle of mayonnaise. Mayo. I grab everything and move over to the counter. Gotta cut the vegetables first. I pull a knife and cutting board out of the drawer. Just a couple of slices each should be fine. I begin chopping the vegetables. Let's see. 2 tomato slices. Let's go through this. Finished. Once everything is back in the fridge, I come back up to the counter and enjoy my creation. That was easy. I may not be great at cooking or baking, or just making food in general, but I can at least manage a... This looks horrible. I can't let anyone see this. How did this happen? All I did was put ingredients on the bread. I solemnly carry the plate with my mangled sandwich over to the table and silently eat lunch. I'm relaxing on the couch, watching some TV, when I hear humming coming from down the stairs. She notices me.
Oh, hey Simone! Taking some me time?
I laugh. Yeah, pretty much. What have you been up to? She glances off to the left for some reason.
Oh, just, a project of mine.
Suspicious? I stare at her.
What?
Suspicious. I say it out loud this time.
It's nothing weird, I swear!
Her face starts turning red. She's terrible at hiding things. Oh, you sure? I could have sworn I heard some faint singing from your room earlier.
Simone!
Her face is really red now. I chuckle. Time to stop teasing her. I think I already have an idea as to what she's been doing anyway. Sorry, I won't press. Taking a break? She lets out an audible sigh and recomposes herself.
Yeah, I wanted to take a lunch break.
Lunch break? I look at the clock. Bet it's 4 p.m.
Huh?
She looks surprised for some
It's
reason.
that late already?
She laughs awkwardly.
Guess I got a little too carried away.
She walks over and opens up the fridge.
You want anything? I think I'm gonna make a sandwich.
I already ate, but I could use something else before I head off to my shift. Plus, I would never turn down an offer of food from Chi. Sure, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
I'm also curious to see how Chi makes a sandwich, so I watch her from the couch as she starts putting everything together. It sounds like Chi has that idol song stuck in her head. Then what was...
What do you want on yours?
Ham, cheese, lettuce, onion, tomato, and mayo, please. She stares at me. What?
What's with that immediate response?
She laughs at me. I watch she begins constructing the sandwich. Let's see. Plate and bread first. Ham, cheese, onion, tomato, lettuce, mayo on the empty bread slice, and done. Why does it look so much better than mine? I did all the same things. There's even a faint yellow glow surrounding it. She notices me staring.
What's with that frustrated look?
Nothing.
Well, here's your sandwich.
Thanks. I smile. Thanks, Chi. I take a bite. Perfection. Which, of course, makes it 1,000,000 times better than mine.
Is it alright?
In a slightly frustrated tone, I respond. Amazing as usual.
Is that a hint of frustration I hear in your voice?
Good job, Chi. I don't know what you're talking about. As I take the last bite of my sandwich, I glance at the clock. 5 p.m. Yikes, I've gotta hurry.
Oh yeah, you've got club practice tonight, right?
Yep, today's gonna run late, so I should be back around 11:15 or so.
You sure do practice a lot. It's really inspiring.
Her expression turns to one of determination.
And that means I've got to keep up.
I can't help but smile. I love seeing Chi get fired up. I do feel a little bad since I'm technically lying to her, but I've got my reasons and I don't plan to back on them now. I throw Chi a thumbs up. Let's both do our best. Once I've gotten my things together, I start walking towards the bar. It takes about 10 minutes to get there by walking, so I'm able to take my time. As I'm walking, my thoughts turn to Anna. I think she said the party starts around 6 p.m., so she should be getting ready now. I can only imagine all the venting she'll want to do when I see her next. I chuckle. Maybe we can get Chi and have a group session where we all hang out, listen to Anna vent, and eat snacks or something. It sure has been getting dark early these days. I can see and hear lots of activity coming from inside. Seems like the usual busy Saturday. I head inside.
Yo, Simone!
Mayu enthusiastically greets me from a little ways away. Hey, Mayu. I also nod to the boss as he notices me as well. I make my way to the back room and get changed and clocked in. It only takes me about 2 minutes to get ready. I put my phone in the back locker and clock in. Simone, just the man I wanted to see. The boss greets me this time. Hello, sir. What should I get started with? Orders as usual, please. Start with that table over there. He points at a table of rowdy-looking college students. They already look drunk. On it. The shift itself is busy like I expected, but compared to Friday nights, Saturday is typically easier overall. Another round of house beers for table 2.
Got it.
There's always the rowdier customers.
Simone, could you take these drinks to table 5?
Sure thing. But I've come to learn that sort of thing is pretty par for the course when working at a bar. Simone, mind bringing these 2 orders to the counter for Mayu? Of course, sir. I hurry over to the counter. 1 lemon sour and 2 cosmopolitans for table 10 and a round of 4 blended margaritas for table 7.
Coming right up.
In fact, even though I stay until closing on Saturdays, the customer number begins to come down from its peak as early as 9. Tonight, things were pretty average. Around 9:30, the bar starts to thin out considerably. As I'm waiting for Mayu to finish making another round of drinks, she looks at me.
I guess we're past the peak for tonight.
Why can I not laugh?
Holding
Seems
up
like
okay?
it. Yep, all good. I'm not the one having to make all the drinks. Mayu
That
smiles.
might not be the case for much longer.
No? What do you mean?
The boss mentioned yesterday that he wants to start officially training you to make drinks soon.
Really? I'm honored.
I'll help too, of course.
Wow. To think the boss trusts me enough to let me try making drinks. I don't want to let him down. Mayu puts the now ready 7 drinks on the
These
counter.
3 for table 5, and these 4 for table 7.
Got it. The clock finally hits 10:30, and Mayu and I start wiping tables and cleaning up. The boss takes the remaining customers to final drink orders and makes them himself. As we're wiping the back row, Mayu glances at
Hey,
me.
so did you ever manage to get that keychain back to the girl who lost it?
Up until this point, it hadn't really been on my mind today. Not yet. She wasn't at school on Friday, so I haven't seen her.
Ah, too bad.
Yeah, I wanted to get it over with. Mayu moves to the next table.
Oh? And why is that?
She smirks.
Nervous about what your play will be?
My play? I have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah, your play. No way you'd get into a fight over something that belongs to some girl you aren't interested in.
What? She's got a cheeky smile on her face now. Wait. I'm not interested in her. I don't even know her. Mayu gives me a sarcastic expression.
Oh, of course. You mentioned that, didn't you? Well, I guess that makes things a little more difficult.
It makes what more difficult?
Don't worry. Even if there isn't much of a chance, I've got a couple strategies for you to try.
There is a big misunderstanding happening right now. I'm now only sporadically wiping the table in front of me. I don't need any strategies. I was only doing it because I wanted to help.
Of course. And now you want to use the chance to get to know her better, right?
There is a serious miscommunication going on right now. What's got you two in a commotion over here? The boss walks up to us. Hello, sir. I thought you were still passing out. Oh. I look around and don't see anyone else in the bar. Has everyone gone already? The boss smiles and gives us a thumbs up. Yep, all cleared out for today. Good work, you two. Whew, I changed the subject. So, Simone, from the sound of it, you need some help. What's the predicament? Not him, too. Wait, sir, I promise I'm fine. It's really nothing that I...
He's a little nervous to admit it, but it's about the girl whose keychain we helped to retrieve the other day.
The boss nods with an understanding expression. Ah, I see. I understand what's happening here. You really don't, actually. He puts his hand on my shoulder. Listen, Simone. Sometimes there will be obstacles in front of you that may seem insurmountable. But as long as you don't give up, you can get there. What? Mayu suddenly puts her hand on my other shoulder.
So, tell us more about this girl.
Wait, shouldn't we be... I glance back at the boss, who nods in response. Siri started listening to me. I glance back at the boss, who nods in response to what Mayu just said. How did this happen? She's just one of my classmates. I've only talked to her 1 or 2 times at most. The boss furrows his brow. I see. This is going to be harder than I thought. Mayu crosses her arms.
Seems like it.
You guys aren't even listening anymore.
But I think I have just the trick.
No.
Hmm?
Uh,
Hmm? A love
that's-
letter.
Of course! What a unique idea, Mayu. She couldn't have said anything more generic. Why would a love letter work? I suddenly found myself giving in and playing along.
Trust me, Simone, girls love this stuff.
But you gotta be careful about it. The boss steps over. Mayu nods. If it's too sappy, it'll come off as unoriginal. But if it's too forward, it'll come off as creepy. Sir? Where in the world is all of this coming from?
Don't worry, we can help you write one.
Before I know it, the boss and Mayu have already pulled up some chairs to one of the tables and have a pen and paper ready. Mayu grabs my shoulders and sits me down in one of the chairs. What? She then sits down next to me.
First, what's her name? You said her initials were F.A., right?
I let out a sigh. There's no stopping me still. Whatever, it doesn't seem like... Oh. Excuse me. Whatever. Doesn't seem like there's anything I can do right now to change their minds anyway. Felicia Arison.
Great. Then let's open with that.
Oh, what a great opener. It's a little hard to tell, but I think Mayu sounds slightly more excited all of a sudden. Felicia Arison. Where have I heard that name before? Mayu, holding my hand, which is holding the pen, writes the words Dear Felicia in a fancy font.
Next, why don't you talk about how you got a hold of the keychain?
Okay, I guess. I have no idea what's going on. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the boss typing something into his phone. While Mayu is in the middle of making me write something, I hear the boss let out a surprised noise. Oh.
What is it?
The boss turns the phone screen towards Mayu, and on the screen is a big picture of Felicia captioned, Felicia Arison, young heiress to the Arison Corporation. She lets out the same noise. Mayu's hand stops moving, and she looks at me.
That wouldn't happen to be the girl you're after, would it?
Like I said, I'm not after anyone. But, yeah, that's the girl. The boss pats me on the shoulder. Well, the important thing is that you tried your best. Huh? Mayu slowly stands up with a sympathetic expression.
That's all right, Simone. You can't win them all.
They gave up already? I wasn't even taking them seriously, but somehow them giving up on me so soon makes me feel let down. Mayu's expression changes to one of more concentration.
But in all seriousness, getting that keychain back to someone like her smoothly is going to be difficult.
Especially considering you don't know her. They both immediately drop the wingman act at the same time.
You're worried that she'll mistake you for the one who took it, right?
Well, yeah, that was something that crossed my mind. Their sudden return to being normal catches me off guard. What are these two doing working at a bar? They should start a stand-up routine.
Then love letter it is.
Love? They're back at it again already? Consider this, Simone. If you're able to give it to her in the form of a letter, it'll seem much less suspicious up front, right? Well, Yeah, that's true.
Then in the letter, you can explain everything about how you got the keychain in writing. That way, there's no miscommunication.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Even if it's a little awkward, it'll certainly be easier than having to try and explain it all in person. That's a pretty good idea, actually. With what you were saying about the love letter earlier, it's almost like you guys were all ready. Wait. Mayu smirks at me. I knew it. You guys were planning to say this from the start and were just screwing with me to... Oh, look at the time. The boss loudly checks the clock on the wall. 11 o'clock, Simone. You're free to go. Good work today. Well, don't worry, Mayu and I will finish up cleaning here. He flashes me a big smile. Good grief, I can't catch a break with these two. Mayu grins and waves at me. I let out a sigh, but then I start laughing to myself. At least I know things will never get boring around here. Whatever. See you on Wednesday. I wave and head to the back room. In about 3 minutes, I've changed and clocked out. I wave goodbye to Mayu and the boss one more time before heading out the door. Whew. I guess the real hectic part of the shift came after all the customers were gone. Whatever. Time to head home. Eager to get back and go to sleep, I begin to hurry down the road. At least the nights these days seem to have gotten cooler, but the humidity still isn't great. Oof. Head scratch. I can still... Oh, I did not read that. I can still feel myself start to sweat. Oh, I should probably check my phone to see if Cheese sent me anything. I forgot to look as I was getting out of my locker. I pull out my phone. Huh? 6 missed calls? 23 missed messages? It's all from Anna. And my heart started to beat slightly faster. Did something happen? I open the messaging app. What I see doesn't do much to help ease my worries. You're not going to believe who I'm being set up to meet. The potential partner company is Arison. My dad wants to introduce me to Felicia. Guess he didn't know that she's already in my class, huh? I just got out of the setup meeting between me and Felicia. Things seemed normal, but then your name came up in conversation. Felicia randomly started asking me a lot of personal questions about you. She framed it as asking about us as friends, but something about the whole thing didn't feel right. I think I made a mistake. I thought it'd be harmless, so I brought up the fact that you had something you wanted to give back to her. I told her it looked like a keychain. Maybe from an onlooker's perspective, something seemed different, but I swear, Simon, after I said that, the atmosphere completely changed. She started asking more questions, but I started to feel really uneasy, so I told her I had something else to take care of and ended the meeting there. I don't even know why I'm feeling so shaken up, but if you can give me a call after your shift ends. My heart is beating faster now. My mind flashes back to the strange phone call Felicia had on the roof. I notice that there's a big space between Anna's final message and the first missed call from her. Sorry for calling you during work, but if you can see this message, please answer. We need to talk. Listen, I'll apologize for this as much as I need to later, and I know I'm probably being paranoid, but I have a really bad feeling. I didn't see Felicia. Oh God. Oh, this is terrifying. After our meeting, but she said I left the party right after our meeting ended. I know I probably sound crazy and I'm freaking out for no reason, but just be careful, okay? I know Anna often overthinks things she does, but when it comes to other people, she's pretty perceptive. And that worries me. I should give her a call. I hit the call button and hold the phone to my ear as I continue walking home. Suddenly, as the phone is ringing, I notice something in the distance. Oh, I see somebody standing there. What is that?
Hello? Simon?
Anna sounds frantic. I try to stay calm in my response. Anna, is everything okay?
Simon, listen to me. Something isn't right.
I'm still walking while keeping an eye on the thing in the distance. What do you
I
mean?
managed to find my dad, so I asked about Felicia. She isn't even on the property anymore.
What? The thing in the distance begins to move. Oh no! Here's the horror! Towards me. It looks like a
Think
figure.
he's coming home.
Oh no. Suddenly the figure stops a few meters in front of me. I stop.
Simone? Simone, are you there?
I have a really bad feeling. This is a mess I got myself into. And Anna isn't part of it.
Simone? Answer, please.
Sorry, I've got to call you back.
What's going on?
I feel my phone vibrate again in my pocket, but I ignore it. It's Felicia. She just stares at me. I glance around. I can only see a single car in the distance. She must have been driven back here. Felicia? What are you doing out here? She keeps staring at me and moving. Just like as I consider talking again, she opens her
You
mouth.
have something that belongs to me.
I have my bag with me, so Felicia's keychain is still inside. This isn't exactly how I envisioned returning it to her, but I have a feeling I shouldn't hesitate right now. I pull the keychain out and hold it to her. Listen, I came across... She quickly grabs it from my
Did you
hand.
look?
Huh?
Did you look?
Does this have something to do with that wheel compartment on the inside of the keychain? Either way, saying yes here doesn't feel like a good idea. Look at what? She stares at me for a few more seconds. With the keychain in hand, she suddenly turns around and walks back towards the car. I'm frozen in place. Once the car drives away, I stand still in the same place for several more minutes. I pull out my phone. 7 missed calls from Anna. I send her a text. Sorry about that. I'm alright. A little shaken up, though. Simone, what the hell is going on? Missed call from Anna. She tries calling me again, but I hit the decline button. I need a little time. I think I'm going to use tomorrow to just decompress so we can talk about all of this on Monday when you come over. What? Did something happen? Monday, please. It takes her a few minutes to respond. Okay. I'm just glad you're alright. I quickly put my phone into my pocket and hurry the rest of the way home. I need some sleep. Sunday, August 3rd. Was the year there before? Am I crazy? I don't remember the year being there before. My whole body feels heavy. It feels like I didn't get any sleep last night. My mind was spinning all night. She was already asleep when I got home, so I just went straight up to my room. What in the world happened last night? Did Felicia really leave the company event and drive 2 hours to come find me? Also, how did she find me? That's the part that's bothering me the most. It's almost like she was waiting for me. I rub my eyes. I can't think about this right now. I can talk everything over with Anna tomorrow. I slowly roll out of bed. Maybe some breakfast will take my mind off things. Once I've brushed my teeth, I splash my face with some water. Looking in the mirror, my fatigue is obvious. I slap my cheeks. I want Cheese to see me looking like this. Oh, Cheese so gone. She is not there. I practice a few smiles in the mirror and slowly walk downstairs. To my surprise, though, I don't see Chi anywhere. My eyes fall on a note on the table. I wonder if she went somewhere. I walk over to the table and pick up the note. Good morning, Simone. Sorry I forgot to mention before you left yesterday, but I actually have plans to practice with my club members at one of their houses today. I'll probably end up sleeping over, so if I left you some stuff in the fridge. Sorry I couldn't make more. I'll make it up to you tomorrow. Chi. I chuckle. Make it up to me for what? She is sometimes too nice for her own good. But really, this whole situation was a lucky break for me. I don't want to see her to see me like this. I just need to focus on relaxing and taking my mind off things. My thoughts are way too jumbled right now. I walk over to the kitchen and open the fridge. She left some sandwiches and plastic wrap. I guess I'll eat these for lunch. But for now, I just feel dizzy. I need to lay down. I trudge over to the couch. It's only 10:30 a.m. and I feel like going back to sleep. I lay my head on one of the couch pillows. Maybe I'll just sleep for a little longer. My eyelids slowly close again. It doesn't take long before sleep overtakes me again. The rest of the day wasn't much different. Okay, maybe I guess it has always showed the year. I don't know why I just noticed that now. The entire morning is a blur. As expected, I wasn't really able to take my mind off things. I ended up barely getting any sleep yesterday, or the day before that. Thankfully, I don't have a shift tonight, but if I don't snap out of it, I'm going to have something much worse to deal with. Two things, to be precise. If she sees me like this, she's definitely going to start worrying. And when she worries, she starts to cry. I was lucky she was already asleep when I got back on Saturday and out all of Sunday. But she'll be back tonight. Normally I wouldn't really mind, but this is something I don't want her getting anywhere near. What I'm more worried about, though, is Anna. She already knows something is going on, but even still, if she sees me the way I am now, I'm kind of worried she'll start freaking out. Knowing her, she's probably already going to try and put the blame on herself for everything happening. Everything, even though she obviously didn't do anything wrong. So I need to snap out of it. I take the long route to school today, the one that goes past Cheese School. There's no chance of running into Anna until I get to the school front. And I left late enough that I most likely won't run into Chi either. As I make my way past the front of Chi's school, I stay walking on the opposite side of the street. Once I'm past, I slap my cheeks a couple of times. And then there's the thing that's been bothering me all weekend. Felicia. Given that she's in my class, it's pretty hard to avoid seeing her altogether, so I need to be ready in case she approaches me. I still don't know if she thinks I stole the keychain from her. I've thought of hundreds of ways I can explain to her now how I got it, but I have no idea if she'll listen to what I have to say. If she were just some normal girl, the whole situation would be no problem. But she's not. The phone call on the roof, driving 2 hours to come find me, the fact that she's an Arison, it's all giving me a bad feeling. I finally arrive at the courtyard of my school. Game time. I slap my cheeks one more time, tried to put on a normal expression, and head inside. As I brace myself and enter the classroom, I see something unexpected. A large group of my classmates are all crowding around a desk over on the left side of the room. Curious, I walk over. Everyone is crowding around the desk right in front of mine, but I can't see who or what it is that everyone's surrounding. Wow, you're actually so funny. You should come to karaoke with us sometime. I never knew you had this outgoing side of you. They all sound pretty excited. As I approach, I notice Anna, who's sitting silently at her desk and leaning her head on one hand. Momentarily putting aside the commotion, I walk up to Anna's desk. Hey. Anna looks up. As she sees me, she perks up.
Simone! Hey!
She looks
Everything
worried.
okay?
Yeah, I'm all good. Let's talk about everything some more when we meet later tonight.
Alright. But,
She glances over to the crowd next to us, the concern on her face obvious. Then I hear a voice.
Oh, did I hear someone say Simone?
Huh? That voice sounds kind of familiar. Some of the students in the crowd move away to reveal who's sitting at the desk.
Hi, Simone. Good morning.
What? I'm having a hard time processing what's happening in front of me. I look back at Anna. She just slightly shakes her head with her mouth slightly open, unsure of what to say. She looks just as confused as I am. At this point, the classroom is completely silent. Then I feel something touch my hand.
What?
What? I look down to see Felicia gently grasping my hand. She has a concerned look on her face.
Simone, are you okay? You look worried.
What the hell is going on? I quickly glance around. Everyone looks intrigued by what's happening, and others look very upset about it. Felicia? Felicia smiles.
That's who I am, yes. Is everything all right?
I feel like my brain is short-circuiting right now. Well, my thoughts are completely scrambled, but I am at least aware enough to know that right now is not the time to start asking questions. especially with all my classmates here. Yeah, I'm fine. I decided to just play along for the time being. I noticed that Felicia is still holding my hand. You can let go of my hand now. She looked surprised for a moment.
Of course. My apologies.
Not sure if I was just seeing things, but I feel like some of the other guys in the class are giving me dirty looks right now. It's really uncomfortable that everyone is still crowded around here. Isn't class about to start? I thought your desk was over by the door. That's the other thing. Why is Felicia sitting here? Although I have a bad feeling I might already know why.
Well,
She looks a little embarrassed. Something I didn't think I'd ever see.
I asked one of our classmates, Dennis, if he would be alright with switching seats.
She gestures to Dennis, who has a goofy smile on
And
his
he
face.
was kind enough to say yes.
Well, of course. You asked so nicely, and
Thank you, Dennis.
She gives him a big smile. Dennis's whole face turns red. You're welcome. I want to scream "why" at the top of my lungs, but I hold it in for now. Just as I'm about to say something else, I hear the school bell ring and the teacher walks in. Hopefully he'll make Felicia go back to her original seat. Good morning, everyone. I don't know what the commotion is about, but please move to your seats so we can get started. Everyone slowly moves to their respective seats, mumbling to each other. I really don't like the fact that I can hear my name being mentioned several times. The teacher's eyes fall on Felicia. Felicia, isn't your desk over by the door? Yes, thank you. Please send her back.
Oh, well, yes, usually it is. But but if that's against the rules, I can change back.
Puts on a slightly disappointed look.
I just thought it would be a nice change of pace. Sitting next to the window is something I quite enjoy.
Even the teacher is quite taken aback by how Felicia is talking. I guess it's pretty obvious to everyone that Felicia is acting differently today. Well, Felicia, I must say it's a surprise to hear you sound so genuine about something like this. He smiles. As long as the other student is all right with it, I don't mind. Please, no. Felicia smiles.
Thank you for understanding, sir.
I hear some of the students behind me mumbling to themselves. Today is going to be a disaster. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's get started with today's lesson. Open your textbooks to page 341. We open our history textbooks and the teacher begins talking. As expected, I can't focus at all. Now listen closely. There's a good chance this will appear on the midterm. I glance over at Anna. She's staring silently at her book. But her eyes are wide and she isn't properly holding her pencil. I guess she's having trouble too. I look to the bizarre sight of Felicia sitting at the desk in front of mine. Simone? I can't see her face, so I'm not sure what kind of expression she's making. But from the looks of it, she's just following the teacher's lecture. Simone, what the hell is going on? It'd be one thing if she was just mad at me about the keychain thing, since at least it'd be something in the realm of what I expected. But this? Simone! Huh? I jolt up. Yes, sir. Everyone in the class is staring at me. Could you please answer the question on the board? I look up to the written question on the board. When did the Qing dynasty end? Of course. I slowly stand up. Thanks to the fact that I haven't been paying attention at all, I have no idea what the answer is. As I stand there awkwardly unsure of what to say, I hear a light tapping sound. I glance down to see Felicia subtly tapping a spot on my book without looking. Unsure of any alternative, I read where she's tapping out loud. The Qing dynasty ended in 1911. Correct. But please pay more attention when you're called on. Yes, sir. I sit back down, embarrassed. I look at Felicia, who's glancing back at me. She smiles and gives me a subtle okay sign with her hand before turning back to the face of the board. I look over at Anna, who's staring at us, looking less than pleased. Not in the way I would have expected, though. I wonder if something else is wrong? Classes continue through fourth period as normal. Well, mostly normal. Felicia being in such close proximity is still throwing me off, and she's also made several attempts to help me during class. I, of course, have no idea how to properly respond, so I do my best to just act natural. But then lunch break rolls around. What's she gonna get up to? At this point, I've decided that getting away from Felicia for a bit would be a good idea. I look over to Anna. She's already looking at me, and I'd be willing to bet she's got a similar idea. If we leave now and use going to the school store as an excuse, maybe we can get a chance to talk in private.
Hi,
Hey, and I
Seymour.
want to. Hey, this is her. Suddenly, Felicia walks up to me a little closer than normal. She taps the side of my arm.
Would you like to eat lunch together?
Before I can respond, a group of 5 girls runs over to her. Felicia, let's all eat lunch together. There's so much I want to ask you about. They're super lively.
Oh, well,
You have to tell us what changed all of a sudden. You're like a whole new person. I brought my lunch from home. I want to get your opinion on it. Surprisingly, Felicia seems a little overwhelmed by the sudden excitement. She looks over at me with a questioning expression. Is she asking me what to do? But seeing an opportunity like this, I decide to run with it. Why not go with them? We can always have lunch another day. I try to sound as nonchalant as I can. Although, keeping myself together today has proved to be one of my toughest challenges to date.
okay. Sure thing.
She turns to the girls.
All right, let's all go eat lunch together.
The girls then excitedly pull Felicia out of the classroom and into the hall. Seeing Felicia flustered is another thing I don't think I've ever seen before. I see a couple of girls glance back as they walk away. I sure hope her talking to me doesn't start any rumors. I can already see out of the corner of my eye the guys in the classroom staring daggers at me. Huh? I suddenly feel someone strongly grab my hand. Looking back, I see Anna. She has a look on her face that worries me. I see she's about to freak out. She stares right into my eyes.
Can we talk? Like, now?
Got it. Let's go. I'm not trying to say anything else here, not when she looks like this. Given that Felicia left the classroom already, we decide to stay here for the time being. The two of us walk over to an empty pair of desks on the back corner, at the back corner of the room. I sit down across from Anna. We sit in silence for about a minute. Anna silently stares down at the desk. Finally, she looks up at me.
What is going on? What did I do?
I can hear her voice slightly shaking.
My head is spinning.
I take a deep breath. Like I figured, it looks like she's putting the blame for this on herself. Yeah, mine is too. But none of this is your fault. I don't know what's going on. I lower my voice and lean in closer. Let's wait until tonight. I don't have a shift today, so we can meet up at my place early. Anna looks away.
Okay. I trust you.
Something's gonna happen. She's not getting there. She looks back down at the desk.
I'm just unsettled right now.
I realize that this is probably weighing on Anna's mind a lot more than I initially thought. Thinking about it, it makes sense. She knows even less than I do about everything going on right now, so the pressure of not understanding any of the pieces is probably massive. I put my hand on her shoulder and respond as sincerely as I can. We'll figure this out. Somehow. She silently nods back at me. From there, Anna and I decide to try and remain as normal as possible for the remainder of the day. And then we'll meet at my house around 6 to talk everything over. Science and math are normal, aside from Felicia occasionally interacting with me during them. And finally, the last bell rings. I quickly put my books in my bag and stand up. Even though I'm hurrying, Felicia's desk is already surrounded by my classmates. They're all excitedly asking her questions. Man, all it took was for her to start acting normal and now she's queen of the class. But I don't need to worry about that for now. I just need to get home. I slowly nod at Anna as I pass by and make my way to the door. I quickly make my way out of the school. And within only 2 minutes, I'm on my way home. Because of everything happening, I haven't really had time to enjoy the fact that I have the afternoon off. I may be a part-timer, but it's not uncommon for me to have a shift at the bar for 5 days every week. Lucky for me, I only have to work weekdays, Wednesday and Sunday this week. The bosses usually gives me more time off when I have a test coming up at school. Putting that aside for now, though, maybe I can use this walk as a way to clear my head a little. The thing that's confusing me the most, besides the major flip in Felicia's personality, is how fixated she was on me today. Our conversation by the tree the other day couldn't have been more awkward. And now suddenly she's smiling at me, tapping my arm, and she even held my hand this morning. This doesn't make any sense. I see the tree in the distance. I walk over and stop by it. Looking up the high branches, a thought re-enters my mind. I avoided asking questions earlier, but I wonder if Felicia would remember our last couple of meetings if I asked. Maybe she would pretend to have no recollection of anything? But even if she does remember, is it a good idea to ask her at all? As I stand under the tree lost in thought, I suddenly hear the voice of someone approaching me.
Hey, Simone! Wait up!
I look to see Felicia running towards me. Ah, man. I honestly didn't expect her to come after me, especially with all my classmates surrounding her. She hurriedly comes up to me, panting a little.
Hi.
She stops for a moment to catch her breath.
I honestly didn't think I'd catch up to you.
I want to act normal, but I have no idea how to talk to Felicia. Plus, I'm still pretty apprehensive about getting too close to her, so I'm at a loss. Sorry, I thought you'd still be at school. With everyone surrounding you right after class ended. I force out a chuckle. She laughs.
I know, right? I really don't have any idea what's going on. Today, everyone suddenly wants to be my friend.
Huh?
Usually, most everyone avoids me.
Does she not?
Well, unless they're holding a letter. Usually with a heart on it.
She lets out a sigh.
Anyway, would it be alright if I walked with you for a bit?
I kind of expected this question. I'm hesitant to say yes, but I can't really think of a good excuse to turn her down. Plus, this may be a good opportunity to get some answers. So, I agree. Sure thing. I don't mind. Her face lights up.
Okay.
She walks up next to me. But are our houses in the same direction?
Oh, that's right. I'm not sure.
Felicia points forward.
Are you heading this way?
Yeah, pretty much a straight shot from here.
Oh, perfect. I sometimes go that way as well.
From what I can remember, I don't think I've ever seen Felicia on my way home from before. But I've also never made an effort to look for her after school either, so I guess it's possible that I've just never noticed. We begin walking down the road together. Felicia is the one to start up the conversation first.
So, Simone, are you feeling alright?
What do you mean?
You seemed a bit distracted in class today. Did you get enough sleep?
Hiding my discombobulated state of mind ended up being a lot harder than I thought. Especially with all the curveballs that today threw at me. I guess even Felicia was able to notice. That in itself is a little odd though, considering we've never really interacted much before today. Though I can imagine that if anyone bothered paying attention, it was obvious that my head wasn't in any kind of focused place today. Yeah, I guess you could say I didn't get a whole lot of sleep this weekend. I try to imply that something happened on the weekend. I want to see if I can get Felicia to bring up the incident on Saturday without me mentioning it.
I see. Lack of sleep can really affect your ability to focus. Are you overworking yourself?
No dice. Maybe I've just been overthinking things. There's a silent pause in our conversation. Maybe I'll just have to mention it myself. But just as I start to think about how to bring it up, Felicia starts talking.
Is it about me?
Huh? She stops walking. What do you mean? Her question catches me off guard, so I stutter a bit.
I mean, is it about Saturday?
My heart skips a beat. So she does remember. With her bringing it up so suddenly, I'm not sure how best to respond. That was... Damn it, I had a whole plan for how I was gonna want to talk about this, but I've forgotten everything in the heat of the moment. I actually want to talk about
sorry.
what? Felicia suddenly bows deeply in front of me. A full 90-degree angle bow, no less. This is certainly not what I was
I know
expecting.
you must have so many questions.
She looks back up at me. Her face looks distressed.
But first, let me say sorry.
Wait, what? Sorry
And
for
also
what?
thank you.
And she's back down to the right angle again. There are two big problems here. One, I've never had anyone, much less a super popular girl, bow to me like this. Two, this is Felicia, the girl who previously would barely even make the effort to look at me doing this. To say I'm at a loss for words is an understatement. Well, you don't really have to. Wait, hold on a second. Can we take a step back? Felicia comes back up again and looks at me with a slightly nervous expression for some reason. What are you talking about?
Sorry. I shouldn't have suddenly shouted like that. It's just, I've been wanting to say that all day, but I couldn't find a good time to do so.
She takes a deep breath. Then her eyes move back to me, slightly more determined looking.
So, about Saturday.
Guess we're going straight for it.
I'm so sorry if I scared you. I was at a business event for my father's company, and I happened to run into one of your friends there. The girl who sits next to you, her name is Anna, right?
Yeah, that's her.
She mentioned you had something that you wanted to give back to me that looked like a keychain. Well,
Glance to the side.
that keychain happens to be very important to me, and I had been urgently looking for it since last week. And,
She laughs awkwardly.
that night, I suppose I became slightly overfixated, shall we say, on getting it back once I heard you had it.
I realize that I'm not saying much, but I honestly don't have to say right now.
So, I had one of my dad's employees drive me back here. I wasn't planning on running into you, though.
That was something that definitely stuck in my mind when I saw her on Saturday. It almost felt like she was waiting for me as I walked home.
As we were driving home, I saw someone walking on the sidewalk, and so we just stopped to get a better look, and it turned out to be you.
Oh, is that right? Talk about an unfortunate coincidence for me. Felicia takes a step closer to me. She looks at me earnestly.
I know my demeanor that night probably felt slightly hostile, so I want you to
Slightly?
understand that it wasn't intentional.
Yeah, slightly is an understatement. She glances away.
We don't talk with each other very often, so I wasn't entirely sure how to approach you. And there was always the chance that the person I saw wasn't you. So I may have come across a bit stern.
Still on edge, I try to respond casually. Yeah, maybe just a bit.
But really, I should be thanking you.
No? Why's that?
Because you returned something very important to me.
Does she not think I took it? Before today, I honestly I was half expecting her to accuse me of stealing it in the first place.
Although, and I know this is wrong, but could you maybe tell me how you got a hold of it?
Yeah, that makes more sense. From her perspective, it should be odd how I suddenly got a hold of her keychain, so some suspicion is to be expected. Although Felicia's expression looks genuinely somewhat apprehensive, so I don't think what she's saying is intended to be a strong accusation. But thinking about the actual way that I got a hold of the keychain, I'm a bit worried my story is going to sound made up. I'm also not too keen on telling Felicia about where I work. So I decided to keep the story true while slightly modifying some of the less important details. Well, this might take a little explanation, actually. Her expression softens.
How about we go get some tea for a bit and talk? Do you have a little time?
Man, I was hoping to avoid something like this, but I'd like to get this whole keychain business sorted out sooner rather than later. I need to be back home by 6 at the latest, so I've got about an hour.
That should be plenty of time. Let's go. I know a great spot.
And for some reason, Felicia has a big smile on her face. Going to a cafe with arguably the most popular girl in my grade definitely wasn't something I expected to happen today. But if it means that I can pull all this craziness behind me, put all this craziness behind me, I'll gladly go along. We make our way to the nearby shopping street. It only takes about 5 minutes to get there on foot. The street is lined with little shops and restaurants. Felicia stops in front of one particular cafe. The sign above the door reads Flowery Respite.
Here we are. Have you ever come here before?
I actually see this shop all the time. I pass it whenever I need to get groceries or go to the bank, but I've never been inside. She's cooking is too good for me to want to pass it up and go spend money at some cafe. No, I've never tried this place. Is it good? Felicia beams.
In that case, this will be a treat. My favorite waitress here is incredible at making drinks.
Oh yeah? Felicia seems perfectly comfortable right now, but I still feel out of place. Aren't we going here so I can explain how I'm not a keychain thief? I thought this would be a lot more awkward. But she's pretty much just been bubbly with me the whole time. Felicia opens the door and we head inside. And with that, I'm going to save it right there. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. It's been over a month. Well, I guess that makes sense. Because, hold on, let me look at this. Let me look at this. Let me look at this. Because November 14th was last time. That week then those 2 weeks I was dog sitting. That's right. And I wasn't able to do that. And then the 5th, because then I started doing the show, so I couldn't do, and then I was sick on the night. Wow, that is insane. But yeah, so thank you all for joining in on this. Seems like we're making some progress here. I feel like I should have been saving at key spots more. I always forget that. I'm really bad about saving. But now we're getting into the scary stuff here. Now I can justify the horror tag on this. But yeah, oh my gosh, I'm really excited to see where this goes. The music has been great. The voice acting has been great. I love the art. I'm really excited to see where this goes. But yeah, until next time, I will see y'all then. Peace out.